Exclusive from justimagineng.com.
I suppose I should be able to say this now. I think it's, you can't see, hello, can you hear me now? For those who said they couldn't hear me earlier, kindly inform me now if you can hear me, please. Let me quickly share and share and share and share. Okay. Welcome to ZUMA-LEMA vlogs. Let me know if you can hear me adequately. I think we're live now. Yes, we are live now. All right. If you can hear me, kindly inform me and let's know how we can. Okay. All right. I'm live now. Okay. Let's share. We can hear you now. Good. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Thank you very much. Please like and share. Like and share, please. Okay. We are live now, so let's have a little interlude before we commence fully. Let's have a bit of. I don't get anybody to help me, so I must win. Right. But my life every day, my dream is just to win. Sorry, we're a little bit behind time today. So I must win. Now maybe the vibe I can get tomorrow. Nobody really knows tomorrow. These days everything like a deal. I know some of this we start again and brother, sister, back in the days they move back. Thank you. Please share, like. Share and like. It's important. For my life every day, my dream is just to win. Me, I don't have anyone to support me, so I must win. Now me be the vibe I can live. Nobody really knows who's sorrow. Get away. When I say planting, get them there. He don't take money, but on the red. Me and the hustle back, he don't take. Mr. Real Prince Humble, you are welcome. Thank you for your turn up. Thank you, Mr. Real Prince Humble. I've just literally ended a very long shift and I'm so happy to be here today. Yes, thank you, Mr. Real Prince. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Please share and invite your friends to join in. We're commencing in a minute. Yes. Thank you. Where are the great people? Where every moment is a fresh beginning. Yes, so we need you to come online now and let's comment. Sorry for the delay. I've been 1 hour behind time. A bit of technical issues and time differences. Okay, thank you, Mr. Hassan Sani. I think you can hear me now from your own ends clearly.
Exclusive from justimagineng.com.
If you can hear me from your own ends, let me know. Thank you for joining ZUMA-LEMA. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Hassan Sani. Thank you for joining today. Oh shit. Thank you for joining in today. This is ZUMA-LEMA vlogs. We are 1 hour behind. Oh, Mr. Josiah Manuel, thank you for joining. Loud and clear. Please like, share, and invite your friends and well-wishers. Tonight we're having a very power-packed conversation. It's going to be interactive as we did last time, but we're going to work on our timing today. We're going to work on our administration. We're going to work on everything, all ramification with this need for improvement every day and every time we come across. Sorry, I've just literally finished from work today and I've deemed it fit. It's a Freaky Friday, and trust me, it's going to be fun-filled. There's an exceptional gifts that are going to be mated along at the end of today's show. We had our lucky winners last week. We had 10 lucky winners for the airtime freebies, and then 1 star prize winner for the Freaky Friday. And all their names and numbers were actually secludedly placed on my WhatsApp status. So it was amazing. Last week was amazing. It was our first time out to have a live video conversation. And I had people calling in, you know. It was amazing. It was wonderful. Oh, Mr. Smart Udosen, thank you for joining in. That was one of our winners of last week. Hopefully you're going to win again today, because we are all born to win. Like the first song we played earlier by Timaya. Yes. This is a non-denominational, non-religious, non-social, antisocial. No, we're not antisocial cultural. We are not anti-happiness. We're here to emancipate people from the mental slavery, to dig into what has really been challenges in our day-to-day life. So today we have 2 powerful messages today. 1 powerful message that will split into 2. So kindly share, like, comment, and let your friends be aware of what we're doing tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to do the same now. I'm going to share mine. Please share. Let everyone see what you are doing, what we are doing, you know. Let's do this adequately. Yes, I will plead with everyone for the background noise. If you can hear any background noise, pardon me today. Definitely we're going to have other things. Yeah. Lots to discuss. Thank you, Mr. Jite Ikechukwu, for joining in on this platform today. Wow, it's amazing. I can see some few persons who were in yesterday are actually here again today. Thank you for joining in. This is a live show. On this very platform, we'll be discussing some vital information, some vital interactive sessions, something that is quite we like to use the word predominant connection. Okay, we're back again. If there's any connection failure, kindly let me know. Oh, thank you, Sister Faith Opako, the great Miss Medite, the great Ruby Star. Thank you for coming on our live show. Yes, I'm seeing some of my old colleagues at the uni days and the secondary school days at Maiduguri. Thank you very much for coming online, Sister Faith. You said you were going to come online tonight, so I'm grateful. As many of you who are still on their way trying to join in, please hasten, because tonight is going to be power-packed. Today's background is a little bit different from last week's. We're trying to work out the lighting is a little bit poorly today, but we're going to fix everything out. Technicalities and the rest of it, there's need for improvement. So, without wasting much of our time, we will start immediately. Thank you for joining. I'm trying to share now to as many that are willing to come. There's importance, you know. Share. Let's share, please, everyone. I greet you, bro. Right on. Thank you very much, Mr. Jite. Sajite, thank you very much, sir. For your kind gesture, for joining in tonight. It's a privilege. We are live now. Kindly call on your friends. Let them come in. Let them join in. So just 3 more minutes and we are set to go. 3 more minutes and we are set to go. Yeah. Okie dokie. We have a few people out there who are still finding it difficult to connect. We're trying to look at the messages here. Yeah. The first link didn't go through. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for those who couldn't get through the first link. We have the new links now. So please share to your friends, well-wishers, and hopefully we will commence immediately. So we don't take much of your time. We're only having 1 hour today. Just 1 hour today. 1 hour today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Many people are already at the verge of joining. Okay, Mr. Kelvin, thank you for contacting me. I will do the needful now. As many who are out there, please share. Okay. Let's go for what we know how to do best. You know, this period, a lot has been happening. You know, I've been getting messages. I've been getting phone calls since after our last videos. And a few people have brought to my knowledge about a few things I'm going to put into consideration today before we even venture into what we actually have at hand today. You can't change your situation without changing your orientation. I put it again. You can't change your situation without changing your orientation, because many people feel the government has all the 90% and 100% roles to play in our life. Please, my people, the government doesn't have to play 100% role to change your mindset. They don't control your mindset. They don't control how you think, how you reason, how you interact. What's most important to realize is make your choices right, because everything about life is about choice, you know. You are happy, it's your choice. You're sad, your choice. Whatever you're doing is actually your choice. So I've got 2 more minutes. I'm just going to do the last few details now before we commence without wasting time. Yes, today's a very good day. I'm happy. Thank God it's Friday. At least 10 people are going to smile home today with a few airtimes in their phone, and one lucky winner is catching away a designated amount of money tonight at the end of today's show. So please share, like, and most importantly, please try and subscribe on our platform on the YouTube page, ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. Mr. Admin, if you can drop the link here, that I'll be very, very grateful for that. If you can drop a link so that they can join in and tune in and at least subscribe. That's a yardstick for you to get tonight's gifts, cash prizes, and airtimes, consolation prizes that will be given. We're not doing this to make people feel less better than they already feel. We're only doing this just to share our minds. The few minutes you spend on this platform tonight wouldn't be a waste. I will ensure to that. Okay. Mr. Admin, are you there, please? Let me confirm with me if you're there, Mr. Admin. Try dropping the link for the YouTube page. Send our YouTube page here. Or any voluntary, one of our clients should voluntarily drop us our direct link so that we can commence subscribing. Thank you very much. Done. Sent. Okay. So okay, fine. Before we commence anything, I want to have I just want to brainstorm on something that thank you, Emedion Davis. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, thank you, Josiah. Thank you, Kelvin Tones. Look at my people here. Oh my God. Thank you, Kelvin Tones. Thank you, Josiah Manuel, for the link. Please click on the link Josiah have just dropped there, and that's for ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. Like on our page, subscribe, and once you subscribe, kindly hit me and send me either a direct message on our WhatsApp or on Facebook confirming you have done that, list with a screenshot, and then you're definitely going to join in on the roll for tonight's draws. All right, without wasting our time, we're 60 minutes behind 9 o'clock. And I must continue. We had a challenge. Before I discuss today's topic, I want to make emphasis. I want to emphasize on Emedion Davis wants to be on your video. Okay, I will allow for video. I will allow for video. 1 second. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Admin. Now, there was a news that came to my knowledge, or there is a news at the moment that's come. Thank you, Sister Faith. Thank you very much, Faith Opako, for the channel. Yes, ZUMA-LEMA vlogs, right? Yeah, I think that should be it. All right. There's a challenge in news at the moment that people are talking about. It's been going on and on and on and on, the whole media, and it's really disturbing. Before we go in, because today's topic, we all know about it. Yeah, we all know about our topic today. So before we go into it, we need to talk about 1 or 2 things within 5 minutes, and then we're done. Factors affecting our societal morals. Yeah, our societal values and our societal morals have actually been desecrated due to some factors rather. But before we dive into societal values, the Chrisland situation, the videos that have been going around media and the news about the underage girl with the Chrisland schools, one of my subscribers have called and asked if I could deliberate on that even before I start my today's topic. Because when they saw the topic for today, many of them thought I was going to talk about Chrisland, but no, it's nothing to do with Chrisland school today. The fact that Chrisland School is one of the trending news now on the social media has become an eyesore for me, because it's not something to be celebrated. Immorality is not something to be celebrated. It's not something to be adhered to and increased. Someone has asked me, is it the mom's fault? Is it poor parenting? Or it has to do with the teachers? Or it has to do with the environment? Now, everyone should pay attention and listen clearly. This is my own opinion. You are entitled to your own opinion. Before we commence tonight's show, I want to make this point very clear. People fail to do what they're supposed to do and ended up placing those factors on their environment or other people around, just like the situation where the woman blamed the school or had blamed the school for being responsible for whatever has happened to their daughter or to her daughter. Now I put it to you, charity begins at home. For those who believe, the Christians who believe in a saying, the Holy Book says something about Proverbs 22 and verse 6 about training up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. But this fact now, whose responsibility is to nurture a child? Thank you, Lovett Amaka. Thank you for joining. I'm grateful. Thank you. Please like, share to your friends and well wishes. All right, let's quickly go on. Chrisland School has suffered a backlash now due to some of the news that have been plying the internet. But I want to say this clearly to everyone tonight. This responsibility of a child has nothing to do with the teachers 100% or the parents 100% or the environment 100%. There are discrepancies and there are responsibilities that each and every one. Thank you, Mr. Eric Roland, for joining. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Please share, like, and subscribe. The people behind situations like this tend to push the responsibilities for their failures to other people. The moment you start to blame people for circumstances beyond your power, then you are a failure on your own. Admitting to disadvantages, admitting to irresponsibility alone is irresponsibility on its own. Now, I want to clear this air very well. Look at most of us who grew under our parents. Some of us grew under one parent, maybe our mom and dad, due to some passed away or some splitted due to inconsistencies and the rest. But some of us who were opportuned to live with both parents under the same roof, at least the first 20 years of their lives or first 10 years of their life, you would deem it fit to know that 90% of African parents are strict, are known to be disciplinarian. Thank you, Lovett Amaka, for joining in. Wow, we have 2 Lovetts here. Thank you all for joining, all the Lovetts and all the Amakas. Thank you for joining. There is this iota of truth in what I'm about to say now. African parents are strict. Naturally, they are known to be that way. Why? It's in the DNA. It works in you to be not hostile. There's a difference between hostility and discipline. If you are not brought home in a disciplined home, you stand the chances of being a ridicule in the public in some cases. Now, actions that children exhibit, they call it youthful exuberance. The youthful exuberance that emanates from ages of 8, 9, 10 till their teenage, and when they cross over teenage into adulthood, for every level there is a new devil in their life. I'm going to use that language with no offense. No one is a devil here, but for every new level, there's a new devil. Now, children within the age of 2, we call them, they have this terrible 2, when they start having their teeth coming out, when they start trying to walk and trying to capture things, they're trying to be curious. Then there are situations, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, that pairs. They meet out with friends. They want to join the clique, peer pressure. Then when they come into the teen age, there's greater pressure both from within and outside. That is when puberty comes in. The moment a child starts to experience puberty, it deals with their genetics and heredity, the hormone. This is a hormonal factor now for biologists in the house, for people who are biologists here who have dealt with biological terms. We're talking about the DNA, we're talking about the heredity, we're talking about the genetics, but most importantly, the hormones is a factor that affects everyone, how they behave, how they speak, how they react, the stimulations they get, the sense of belonging. But one thing is sacrosanct, you must put in place. Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, you have, I will put the word, it's your choice. Thank you, Rosemary Norma, for joining in. Thank you once more for joining in. There is this factor that we need to put in place. Whatever that surrounds you, whatever happens to you, to an extent, the decisions you make or have made in the past, in the present, and ones you will still make in the nearest future are totally 100% your choice. 100% your choice. So without anyone saying whose fault was it, whose fault is it, the fault behind here, this is not the time to do fault finding. This is the time to put an end to evil like this from perpetuating. For many people who are condemning the mom or condemning the parents or condemning the teachers, this is not a time to condemn people for the act of immoralities that have been mated on the platform of social medias and the rest. What we should do at this moment is to have a corrective measure to put an end to things like this or reduce and mitigate all these practices from coming up to limelight. And how can we do this? We have to create room. Some of these kids might need therapy. Some of these kids might need a few counselors. Some of these kids might really be lacking. Some of them have got a bad past. Some of them were brought up in a broken home. Thank you, Mr. Real Prince Humble. Some of them were brought up from a broken home. Some of them would have been brought up in an environment where a lot of things have happened. Like, for instance, I'm not here to spite anybody, any celebrity. I'm not here to spite any celebrity. And what I'm about to say now, with no offense, if this is your celebrity, take this with no annoyance or iota of anger in you. Tiwa Savage, imagine if Tiwa Savage were to be this girl's supermodel or what they call a role model, either role model or supermodel, yeah? Imagine this. Tiwa Savage happens to be the role model of this lady, of this girl in question. Now, they try to copy. Tiwa Savage is like the blueprint, while this child is like a photocopy. Now, if that's her role model, obviously she has to depict and pick up. Now, the choice is yours, whom your role model is going to be. If you are your own role model, then you've got to be you. Now, that's secondly. Thirdly, we cannot generally blame the parents and the school. The environment where this child was brought up probably might not have been the parents' house. None of us know about this. None of us knew her private life. But to an extent, I still blame the mom, especially when it comes to having access to social media and the internet platform. Thank you, Mr. Danny Kaka. Thank you for joining. Are you trying to tell me that you as a father or as a mother, because some of us on this platform are parents, once your child begins to express a different mannerism, if there's a different things going on in a man's life, your child's life rather, there should be one sign that is like a red flag that will tell you, yes, this child is going left or right. Because I can generally say, once upon a time, a principal or headmaster was once a student. So there is no skill or wayo, in our Nigerian term, wayo, a child will want to show you as a father or mother that you don't have the slightest idea about it, unless you are able to just blindfold your eyes and not even think about what the kids are doing. The moment you watch and pray, because I have a mother and she's still alive, I have a father and he's still alive. If there's anything, what my mom does back in the days when I come back from school, we'll open our bags to know if what we took to school was what we actually brought back home. If anything gets missing, we get questioned. If anything in the bag is not ours, we must confess and tell her where we got this or where we picked it from. To an extent, my mom was such a disciplinarian, she doesn't mind walking with you down to that neighbor's or that student or that pupil's house, because most of us lived in the campus then. Yeah, where we grew up in a campus where most of us actually attended the same school on campus, both in primary school and the rest of it. But the fact remains this: the discipline of your child has nothing to do with moral decadence. If you want to discipline your child, I give you go ahead to discipline your child. I have no reason not to discipline my own child, but the choice is yours how you wish to discipline your child. I'm not saying you should kill your child. I'm not saying you should maltreat your child. All I'm trying to say in a nutshell is whatever display your children meted out, 80%, 60% of it, they learned it from their environment where they grew up, and has to be either your house or the house where they grew up. They must have seen things they were not meant to see. They must have heard things they were not meant to hear. So putting blames now is not the right time. The best we can do for this young girl is to wish and pray that none of our children fall victims of such circumstance. And for parents we need to wake up and brace up. Sit up to realize what's right. Let's have the session where we checkmate our children. We have built up a relationship, a cordial understanding. We have a lot of workaholics. That doesn't exclude me. Many people work very hard, like workaholics. They work every time. They don't even have time for their kids. So if you know, due to your work, you try to create time. You don't need to be, thank you, Ali Modu, for joining in. You don't need to carry a whip, koboko, punishment for your children. Create time, like weekends. Take your child out. Thank you, Mr. Ali Modu, the great Salford man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother. You create time for your children. Be friends. I have a very great friend of mine here in the UK. I learned something from him, and no matter how wrong his kids go, he will never publicly criticize them. He calls them in, he admonishes them, he chastises them, and still loves them. Our old parents used to say, beat a child with the right hand and draw him closer with the left hand. You don't throw away a bath water with your child only because it's dirty. All these parents that keep beating, it hasn't changed. The child will say, pata pata, if you beat me, if I do this, you will still beat me at that onset. But the moment you create an avenue, what time do you have with your children? What time do you have squared out? We have 24 hours of every day, 7 times in a week. How many times do you spend quality moments with your children? Okay, somebody's saying something. Thank you. Keep dropping your comments. We have parents who don't even check the content on the phones, and they all in the name of they are busy. Thank you very much, Mr. Danny Kaka. Some parents don't even give time to check their phones, even there's an age where a child should actually have a gadget, to be honest. Like myself, my kids, they have a little iPad that is restricted. The apps, everything on the apps is restricted to children. Anything above their age, even they're not even up to 18. They are restricted to kids, even kids, my infants, so that they don't see things tomorrow I can't explain and regret. Like here in the UK, most of the Western countries, they have what they call regulations. What regulations do we have? I don't blame some parents, to be honest, because when you think of how much you're going to get for this child, how much you're going to pay here. Anyways, my bottom line here is whatever we do today is as a result of the choice we have made. So if you don't change your location, you can't change your situation. If you don't understand your orientation, you can't change your situation. So everything is about your orientation, your location, and the situation. This is not time for rhyme words, but I'm just trying to tell you something that you have to understand. We Africans, I'm talking to Africans in particular, you need to be strict and disciplined. I didn't say be hostile and aggressive. I didn't say anybody should tie their children and bondage them. Being strict in the sense is understand what they are exposed to. You can't control every friends they have. The moment you inculcate and nurture them with the fear of understanding, for those who believe in God. Thank you, Mr. Zuma, for bringing this topic to the table of discussion. Firstly, I would like to blame it on the parents. And secondly, please let not overlook the scripture as well. And when it talks about the end time. Thank you very much. Yeah, scriptural, fine. We still have Muslim brothers and atheists on this platform. But if need be for us to visit the holy books, we will definitely use that as a reference point. Moreover, this topic is actually not our topic for tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Real Plains. Yes, people will blame the mother. Well, like I said, the environment. So which people constitute the environment? The mom, the dad, the friends, everyone. Aunts. Some people were raised by their aunts. I had known people that were raised, like my mom didn't raise only me and my siblings. Thank you, Mr. Ewerem Theophilus. My mom, thanks, thanks, Kaka. Yes, Hassan, sign off. True. You have to be intentional in raising kids. Mr. Gilbert said you have to be intentional in raising kids. You are charged with total responsibility in raising them. You can't even blame their teachers. Exactly, because they might change the environment and you won't have anybody to blame. Fantastic. You can't even blame their teachers. Yes, because you can't blame their teachers because I want to ask this question now. Do you want to blame your teacher? Most of us went to school. I've seen some of my classmates here. 2 green, thanks for joining. Wow, thank you very much. Let me ask a question. Most of us here, and you can see some of my classmates, them days we come to school, how many times have our teachers flogged our parents for bringing us to school late? I will come to school late, it's not my fault. It's my dad or my mom's fault, whoever is dropping us. By then, at a point, my parents were bringing us to school. At a point, we had a bus driver who actually picked us up from a designated point and take us to school. Once we are late, the teachers will not even talk to my parents. So, hey, thank you, bye-bye. The moment our parents reverse and drive, they will ask us to kneel down right away. And we are beaten mercilessly for coming late. We don't pay our school fees on time. We are still dealt with mercilessly. So the question is, whose fault is it that we didn't pay school fees? Is it my fault? Is it the child's fault? It's the parents. Is it my fault that I came to school late? No. My people, we are not here for fault finding. The fact is, how can we change this? We should make room for adjustment and improvement. Interesting talk, I must say. Kudos. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Please, thank you very much about your contributions and opinion. Today, I want to really talk about a very big topic. Sorry. This one is, okay. I totally understand. That's fantastic. All right. We'll be dealing on factors affecting our societal morals. First and foremost, I have a few things I've written down because I'm going to be doing I did a bit of research, and I want to be very, very accurate and detailed with what I'm going to be saying tonight. Let kids be kids, and it starts and ends that way. I agree with you, Mr. Gilbert. Yes, sir. Let kids be kids. Yes, because you can't really stop them from being what they want to be at the point in time. We might have another day to discuss this part of the moral decadence that has happened in the society. But today, I see a double-barreled scourge in our society. There's this thing that's going on in our society, especially in this generation, that is really, really disturbing. And I will speak based on what I know and how I see them. Then after which I'll open the lines. While I'm talking, drop your comments. I'm taking them down. My admin is also taking them down. Your questions. So that even if you're not online. Oh, thank you, Mr. Ibe Emeka, all the way from London. Thank you, sir. He said, poor parenting is a major challenge. So many failed homes. Slave queens turning to mothers. Street owls turning to fathers. Many are into marriage without knowing the major purpose of marriage. Thank you very much, sir. You see, we need intellects like this on our platform. Thank you to everyone. I know I'm dealing with people who have been through the 4 corners of a school. So if tomorrow your child misbehaves and you as a child growing up to be an adult messed up, your own choice, Now your child will have to emulate. Like I said, I think this should be out. This should be our next topic of discussion. Thank you, Mr. Real Prince Humble. Thank you very much. This will be our next topic. Fine. We're going to have a special day for this then. All right, let's go straight up. Welcome to ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs, where every moment is a fresh beginning. This is ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. Kindly share to your friends and everyone. Interesting topic. Yes, Mr. Hassan. Donika Gabro, that's very true. Parental upbringing in my own part of Africa, Nigeria in particular, is really tough. The parent find it hard to feed and even send out to get money for friends. Exactly. They don't even care to know what type of friends. Exactly. It's bad that they made. That means we have to keep this topic for another day. We're gonna dig. I see many people are very interested, but this one is more interesting for me because I want to really deal with this particular factor. I have noticed it's been a menace in our society. But before then, let me just play a little music in the background so that we can vibe up while I arrange my thingy for the night. So let's do it this way. It's been a very long day. Most of us, we might just want to, just 1 second. Let me just put a bit of interlude in the background because I like it when I have a interlude at the background so that it could help me concentrate and keep my voice low. Children gotten out of wedlock. Mr. Smart, I beg you. He said, children gotten out of wedlock about him is bad. That's not sure. I'm not 100% agree with you on that, but you are entitled to your opinion. I'll allow you to call in then. All right, let's do the needful. Okay. Let me know if you cannot hear me well. I just want to have a little tunes behind. Now, I want to read out a few things I have jotted down because I had to write them down just to keep me abreast ahead of time. So this night, I want to talk about ingratitude and insatiability as a factor affecting societal morals. Through talk, some parents even went to the next extent of teaching their kids how to steal from people. Okay, Mr. Hassan. I will never be such a parent. Okay, my people, let's commence. Tonight, I want to talk about insatiability and ingratitude. Two major factors affecting our societal values and morals. You understand? And I have a few things I wrote down here. In our video, I shall be dwelling on two key factors today, like I said earlier. And insatiability is a major factor. What do we call insatiability? How do we see insatiability? Today we shall see... Can you see me? Sorry, my network is fluctuating. Sorry, guys. Can you see me? If you can see me, please, someone should respond. Can you see me, please? Okay. Wow. Is network gone? Oh, wow. Hello? I think the network is poor. I want to know if you can hear me before I continue. Okay, someone, at least you responded. Now, I want to define and give us a little bit breakdown. I have some things I've actually written down here, and they will be of great help to us. I said insatiability comes from the combination of two negative prefixes, in, and a Latin word, satisfied. Insatiability is gotten from the Latin word in, prefix in. What's that? Sure, I can see you. Yes, we can. Please go ahead. We can hear you. Thank you, Neme Diong. Thank you, Gilbert. Oh, Miss Mercy Gold. Thank you for joining. Wonderful, wonderful. Please like, share, and drop your comments in the comment section below. And let's enjoy this night. In our video, we shall be dwelling on our societal values and morals. What is really, I can see your glasses. Do you want me to take it off? Okay, if you want me to take it, I'll take it off so you can see me direct. Lucid. All right, let's go straight to the point. Insatiability comes from the combination of two negative prefixes, in, in, and the Latin verb, sate. Sate is another word. We can call it satiabilis. Sate or satiabilis. Satiabilis means feel, like full. Full or feel, fill. So Insatiability was coined out or derived from a Latin word, in, two prefix word that conjoined to be a Latin word, insatiabilis or sate. Sate means feel, and so on and so forth. So when you are incapable of being satisfied or appeased, if naturally nobody can satisfy you, naturally you can't, nothing satisfies you. I'm talking of general point of view. I'm not picking any case study today. I'm going to make a general point of view. And you are incapable of being satisfied or appeased or inordinarily greedy, you are tagged as somebody who is insatiable, somebody who is not satisfied, somebody who cannot be appeased. I'm not talking of somebody who eats and says it's okay. There is nothing you do that can impress or appease this factual person, this figure here. We tag the person as being insatiable. Insatiability of a true is something that is not full. So I went further to put down some things. While we understand the fact, I'm trying to create an avenue of digging to the grassroots of where our problems really, really lies. I know when I asked last week, my people, where would we say is the challenge of a man? That's the challenges of a Nigerian man. Many people said corruption, some said insecurity, some said lack of infrastructure, some said power supply, and many more. But people fail to think that they could be the cause of the major problem. How? Now, this is one of the topics we're going to be discussing that will make us understand my point of view and my own understanding and interpretation. First and foremost, insatiability is an inability for someone to be appeased or contented with what they have. They are never contented. Contentment comes with appreciation. Contentment comes with feel, satisfaction, like the satiabilis, which is a Latin word for being full. Once you are in, prefix means you are unable, you are incapable of being satisfied. You now express yourself as to be known to be somebody who is insatiable. Now we move on. Ingratitude, like I said, insatiability and ingratitude, they are not the same thing. They are double barrels, but they are not the same thing. Insatiability, there's a slight difference between insatiability and ingratitude. Once I'm done, you will understand. What I can understand is the fact that okay, thank you, Mr. Hassan. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have this conversation next week. I promise you on that one. Now, what is ingratitude? Ingratitude is a noun derived from an old French gynecologist, the mid-14th century, a scientist, a prolific writer, an intelligent personality back in the days, came up with different scientists, different philosophers came up with different interpretations for what we're about to discuss now. But I'm just going to make a few points and discuss. Now, the word ingratitude is the late Latin word. It's connected to a late Latin word, ingratitudinum. And it's said to be the nominative ingratitudo. Ingratitude is from the old French word ingratitudinum and ingratitudo, which means unthankful. Unthankful, when you are not grateful, you are termed as ingratitudo, means you are not grateful, you are not thankful. While ingratus means ungrateful. Ingratitudo means unthankful, then ingratitudinum means ungrateful, while ingratus means ungrateful as well. So they all coined under the same old French word. Blessing Okibo is watching. Thank you very much, Sister Blessing. Big Auntie, thank you for joining in ZUMA-LEMA vlogs tonight. Kindly share, subscribe, and call in your friends to join in. Now, I want to discuss now. I want to expatiate a bit. Great men who have walked this path. Oh, thank you, Mr. Callistus, all the way from London. My London people are joining in. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for joining in. Callistus Nedu. Great men who have walked the paths of this earth and have left a bit of vein behind that some of us might have a blue path. Like I wrote down here. I said, great men who have walked in the paths of this earth has it in the same vein left behind some blueprints to identify problems affecting the societal values over time. Over time. Hello, Sister Blessing. Thank you for joining. Big auntie, thank you. Over time, great men who have walked through the paths of this earth has left a blueprint behind that most of us might use to restructure our lifestyles. A great thinker and researcher in the like of Decimus Magnus Ausonius. I repeat, a great thinker. Thank you, Mr. Edwin, for joining. A great thinker, all the way from, my great people are joining. A great thinker and a researcher like Decimus Magnus Ausonius once wrote, "Nothing is more detestable that this earth could produce than an ungrateful man." I repeat, a great thinker and a researcher, as good as a great man like Decimus, you can Google it up and check in your research books or archives. Decimus Magnus Ausonius once wrote, "Nothing is more detestable does the earth produce than an ungrateful man." The ingratitude of a man is the most detestable thing that this earth has produced. The moment you are ungrateful, you are unable to accept things that have been bestowed out of the heart of benevolence on you, it brings regrets. It brings emotional stampeding. You understand? Decimus, a great writer, said the worst thing that this earth can produce is an ungrateful man. Another erudite scholar by the name Immanuel Kant, and this Immanuel is spelled with an I. Just for those, I've seen some researchers here. If you want to make your researches, please kindly check. Another erudite scholar by the name Immanuel Kant said, "Ingratitude is the essence of vileness and the refusal to acknowledge the good, and as a result is a big failure into human spirit." I repeat, ingratitude is the essence of vileness, from the word vile, that's evil. Evil and vile is the same word, but changed. If you see how they spell vile, V-E-I-L, then you could create evil, E-V-I-L. So vile and evil are interwoven words. So Immanuel Kant, in his research work, said ingratitude is the essence of vileness and the refusal to acknowledge the good. Your refusal to acknowledge good. Some people just naturally don't want to accept anything good. You don't want to accept anything good. And as a result, there's always a penalty for that. There's repercussions for that. And as a result, it's a big failure to the human spirit. Now, what's the human spirit? That's the subconsciousness in you. There's a subconsciousness in you that allows you to acknowledge what's right and what's wrong. That guides you through the horoscope, through all moralities and great men and whatever I've said. We don't want to know now. What we are concerned is that inner man in you. How are you able to build up an understanding between you and your inner man? Ingratitude, it causes failure to the human spirit. Ingratitude is beyond mere definition. It's far beyond mere definition and grammatic collaborations. We cannot just fathom all of it at the same time. But I thought that said, ingratitude is a deep character flaw. Many people don't even know that ingratitude is a character problem. It's a problem on your own side. We talk about people who have suffered in this country, Nigeria. You think the problem of Nigeria is just corruption? You think the problem of Nigeria is just the situation that is going on, like the killings and the Boko Harams and all the kidnappings and all the evil going on? No, it's not. It doesn't end there. How did these guys get to this point? Inability to be grateful for what they have at hand. Insatiability. The problem is far beyond understanding where you stand. I am not contented. Okay, I have for instance, this is my cup. I'm going to make, like a teacher says, most people say the teachers like to use illustration. This is a cup. This is your cup. But the moment you see another person with a similar cup that looks a little bit tinted or has a different design and style, that urge comes in. You want it. The ambition to have it. The grief. Sometimes the energy you channel goes negatively. negatively or positively, depending on how you channel your inner man. So ingratitude is a deep character flaw. The moment you fail to acknowledge good on your own path, you messed up big time. Ingratitude destroys and disrupts the moral code of reciprocity. Ingratitude, I want to take this slowly. Ingratitude, I wrote it down here. Ingratitude destroys and disrupts. Destroys, one word, disrupts. Destroys to disorganize. Disrupts is to put in place different places where you agree on. The moral code of reciprocity. Now I put it to you. Everything is reciprocal. What you have given is what you will get. You don't give what you don't have, and don't expect what you can't give. So it's a vice versa. Ingratitude on its own has destroyed the moral code of reciprocity. So if you are an ungrateful man, be sure you have destroyed one factor in your life when you're reciprocating to other people. So put it at the back of your mind that ingratitude destroys the moral code of reciprocity. There's a word, there's dimensional factors. There's so much things, there's a lot of things going on our planet today that many people don't even realize. Like, what's it talking about ingratitude? Why is it speaking about insatiability? People who are ritualists today, are they happy with the condition they found themselves before they went into ritual killings? Do you think those people are the segment areas where we have insurgencies, like in the northeastern part of Nigeria, in the north central part of Nigeria, in the northwest part of Nigeria, southeast, south, and southwestern part of Nigeria, the 6 geopolitical regions of Nigeria, and even Africa, where we have over 50 countries? Do you think those leaders out there are not selfish and insatiable, ungrateful, very cunning? They're not even contented with what they have. And that has driven them to so much vile. That has driven them to so much evil. This president will come in and say, the previous president had 600 million to his name. I will do 2 times. At the detriment of you and at the detriment of me. Now, this president 30, 40, 50 years ago, depending on their age, let's imagine 60 years ago, when Nigeria was still a baby, because Nigeria got independent in 1960. So Nigeria will be about 2 years. It wasn't even a republic as at 1962. So let's say down 60 years ago, the people who are presidents now, if they knew or had been inculcated how to be grateful and thankful about their present status quo, they find themselves, and be satisfied with the little that has been allocated for that primary objectives, do you think Nigeria, Africa, you and I will be in this mess? No. It was greed that made us. Exactly. Ingratitude tempts us to always see the negative. Exactly. It's your own choice. Now, life has upheld to these. Now, listen, I'm going to say this out now. I'm going to be very quick. Life has to uphold to these moralities. Life has to hold to these moralities where you have to give and where you have to take. So the moment you are the only one who is giving and you don't receive, for instance, there's this disruption of moral code. The moral code has been broken. But when I give and I receive, when you give me and I receive, it is a reciprocal, it's a continuous, infinito, that is non-stop. It continues. The moment there is a breach or a link broken, then the order of the morals of reciprocity ends there. And that's a flaw, a failure on your own side, on my own side. Now, life has to uphold this morality, like I said, where you have to give and you have to take. The reciprocity is desecrated when we do not give or when we do not receive, when we are not grateful or we fail to acknowledge that which is right that has been bestowed on us. Many of us, there's nothing good somebody will do that will be tantamount to be appreciative of. We have 30 more minutes before we round off, and then we'll start accepting calls. Now, I'm going to say quickly, another erudite scholar in the likes of Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson is another uncompromising and prolific writer in the ancient days. Most of us must have heard of Ralph Waldo. He wrote 5 great enemies to peace that inhabits in us. We have 5 enemies as humans. 5 enemies. And the moment we fail to, that is, excrete or take away or banish these 5 factors, if you put a presidential form to 100 millions of naira, how will the young leaders get the money to showcase their leadership qualities? Now, why should you pay to lead? Leadership is meant to be free. Leadership is selflessness, is devotion, is dedication, is accountability and credibility. What shall you be known for? Why would you need to put a price? Come down to the Western country. To be honest, I have never seen bloodshed while they're having elections. Like here in the UK where I reside, I've never witnessed bloodshed while they're having elections. There's no campaign like say Baba or say Mama or say Uncle or say Auntie. You sit in your house. They send you a letter to register as a voter and insist you must vote because your vote is your mandate. 2023 is coming. Your vote should be your mandate. You are ungrateful if you continue to allow people suffer. You are ungrateful if you look at how other people in the world today are changing the mindset. Their orientation has been changed. And you feel that it's okay to rule people the way you want to rule. To our leaders, I'm sending this message now to our leader. You are very, very evil to think that you can wake up one morning and decide to do whatever you wish without consulting. So where is the definition for democracy? Thank you, Mr. Danny Kaka, for that word. I'm most grateful. Thank you, Patience William Malgui, for joining in. So before I continue, there were 5 factors. Another uncompromising and prolific writer once says, in the likeness of Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said, we have 5 things that inhabit humans, and they are very detrimental. People, listen, please. Listen attentively. Number 1 is avarice. An ungrateful human doesn't deserve more. Being grateful is a character we build, a choice we'll make. Because what? Because we understand the benefit of getting more. Thank you, Mr. Real Prince Humble. I love this word. You guys, you and Kaka are coming bumper to bumper on this. I love what is going on here because, bro, if you're not grateful for little, how can you be grateful with much? I'm going to explain more. I just have 30 minutes and we'll allow callings before we start giving out our gifts. 5 factors that have become enemies. Ralph Waldo termed these 5 factors as enemies. Enemies means somebody who doesn't wish you well. Who doesn't wish you well. Now, the reasons why I'm using the cup is so that I do not indirectly advertise the company that I am patronizing. So I'm just having my little Lucozade so that I've just finished. Like I said, I finished my long shift and I have to come online because it's a duty call. I owe you that duty to be here. Thank you, everyone, once more for being on this platform tonight. Number 1 is avarice. Avarice is an extreme greed for wealth and materialistic things. I repeat, Ibrahim Immanuel, thank you for joining ZUMA-LEMA vlogs tonight for the live show. Please like and share, subscribe to our page on YouTube to be able to join in the draws for tonight. We have 10 winners. We're going to have free consolation prizes like we did last week and 1 star prize winner tonight. So at the end of today's shows, we will announce the ones for last week and then give out our prizes for this week. Avarice is an extreme, like I said, 5 factors, 5 enemies that inhabit in every human, whether you like it or not. Please, be you a pastor, a pope, an imam, a sheikh, an ustaz, babalawo or atheist, be you a Sikh, be you a Buddhist, be you whatever you believe in, even if you don't believe in anything, we have 5 enemies that has been living with us for many years. Out of these 5, 1 or 2, most of us are victims or are falling short of this circumstance. Number 1 is avarice. Avarice is an extreme greed. Extreme. Please take note. Extreme greed means over the top. Extreme greed for wealth and material gain or materialistic gain. Avarice is one factor that affects a man who lives in us. Extreme greed and ambition. When I'm done with this 5, I'll explain further. While ambition on its own, number one is avarice, number two is ambition, which is a strong desire and determination. A strong desire and determination. Now, the choice is yours if your ambition is with good notion. A presidential candidate has an ambition. A local government chairman has an ambition. You who went to school had an ambition. You that applied for a job has an ambition. So there are things, I said 5 that are in humans. Thank you, Chiwendu Queen, for joining him all the way from Dubai. Thank you. I see people. I thought it's only Nigerians that are going to come online today. I'm seeing people from Dubai, from here in the UK. Please, thank you. Share until it gets to the last person. We have 7 billion people on this planet. So at least let it reach to up to 1 million tonight. All right. He said, what's that? Who is this? Danny Kaka. What is he saying? He said, sir, we all wish to vote, but even when we want to exercise our franchise, our security is not guaranteed. But if there is a system that can allow us to vote from our houses, it will help what? A lot. Love this platform. I'm in, bro. Learn something now. Thank you very much, my people. Danny Kaka, and Gilbert. Now you're talking about system. Who are the system? Who is the system, or who are the system? Let me not use the wrong vocabularies here. We are the system, you and I, for the people, by the people, and to the people. The government does not owe you nothing with the way they are going. Oh, you and I have the mindset now to change. Like I said, if you don't change your orientation, you can't change your situation. So the orientation starts now. Emancipation from mental and psychological slavery. What my forefathers did, I want to do. A tradition that has been lingering, that has brought perpetuation of evil, damnation. Ungrateful people will always remain ungrateful. Don't invest your time on people who think it's an obligation. Exactly. There are people you don't even need to associate yourselves with, because at a point in time, they fail to acknowledge. At the moment you fail to acknowledge, it has broken. I didn't write it. We've had Immanuel Kant spoke earlier. We've had of Ralph Waldo speak. And we had Decimus earlier speaking. The moment the cause of moral reciprocity is broken, then I put it to you, it's a flaw and a failure. So the first one I said was a factor was avarice, which is an extreme greed for materialistic gain. Number 2 is ambition, which is a strong desire and determination. Number 3 is envy. Once you are aroused by someone else's possessions, quality, or good luck. Envy is an arousal due to someone's, possession, what he has or what she has. Envy is that sensation you feel negatively about something. Maybe someone's luck, someone's talent, and so on and so forth. Anger. Number 4, anger. Number 1 is avarice, extreme greed. Number 2, ambition, strong desire. Number 3, number 1, avarice, extreme greed. Number 2, ambition, strong desire. Number 3 is envy, and that's an arousal or sensation about sensitive thoughts about someone else's possession. Number 4 is anger. Number 4, anger, it's I wrote it here as a strong feeling of hostility. A strong feeling of hostility. Once you are hostile, that anger in you. We're talking about enemies that come around ingratitude. Somebody who has ingratitude definitely has avarice. Insatiability has avarice, because what you have is not enough. You have extreme greed to get more. With ambition, oh my God, I want this, I want that. You have this plans, you have that plan. Thank you, Osuji Adora Joy, for joining. Okay, now we have envy. That sensational feelings, that arousal you get when you see someone having a good lifestyle. Man, this guy bought a new car. This guy was giving him, I was literally open my answer sheet for him in the classroom those days. How come now he's a big boy and I'm where I am? Bro, that's envy, and it's evil. It breaks the moral code of reciprocity. It breaks it. I feel bad here because a lot is going on. The moment you fail to realize this, you're done. Now, the 4th one is anger. Like I said, it's a feeling. It's a feeling, a bad one that is being derived. Thank you, Ibrahim Sadiq Whiteman. Thank you for joining in this night. Thank you very much. Then the last and the most important of the enemies we get as humans that lives in us is pride. Now, look at what I wrote here. Pride is a deep pleasure. Pride is a deep pleasure derived from one's own achievements. Pride is a deep pleasure derived from one's own achievements, and I see it as to be something to be associated with your status quo, with your possessions, what you've been able to achieve, what you've been able to acquire. Pride is the mother of all evil. In our subsequent conversations, you're going to know why. You know, avarice is when you decide to live a life without selflessness, avarice is when you decide to live a life without selflessness or total submission and commitment, but just for the gain you derive in return. Some people, their own is, where can I benefit from this? Ibrahim, thank you for joining. Jamila Ehi, thank you for joining. Kindly like, share this program, and go to our YouTube page. Admin, please drop our YouTube page here so that they can subscribe. Because once you subscribe, let us know. We're definitely going to enroll you on tonight's draw. I said we have 5: avarice, greed, avarice, ambition, envy, anger, and pride. Now, avarice is when you decide to live a selfless life, or you decide to live a life without selflessness. That's without being selfless, without being submissive, and without commitment. You're just after what you gain at the detriment, or you don't care what happens to that person. In biology, I'm sorry, I'm a biologist. I studied environmental biology, so I need to speak in connection or conjunction to what I know. I'm not going to go outside my circle just to make my points clear. But once you understand me, I'm very happy, because that's the essence of tonight's show. In biology, you call it commensalism. Most of us know that mode of nutrition. Commensalism is derived from the word commensal. And you know, it's where one organism benefits from the other organism without Joshua, ingratitude terms of always a negative life and others. Well, nobody seems to do it right. The kids, yeah, exactly, Mr. Josiah Manuel. Commensalism. We have a couple of mode of nutrition in organisms. In organisms, we have the parasitic, which is where the host is being attacked by a pest, and at the end of the day, the host gets to be the one who suffers from it, while the pest benefits alone. So there's only one person enjoying here, one person is suffering. Antagonistic is almost likewise. Then there's mutualistic, whereby two parties, which is where the law of reciprocity comes in. Mutualistic, when you're mutual, I gain from you, you gain from me. But commensal, one person is benefiting while the other is neither benefiting nor getting. Now look at Nigeria. Some people are enjoying the government today, while some are not enjoying the government. I'm telling you that people who still enjoy this present government, or the kind of democracy we've seen since 1999. I'm not here to talk about parties. I'm not here to talk about political parties. I'm here to talk about the humans that are behind the rostrum and speaking to us as our leaders. Some people don't care how we feel. So far they get what they want. They are very much contented. Now I'm going to go further. If all these enemies were to be banished, we should infallibly enjoy perpetual peace. I put it to you, my wonderful, amazing viewers. The moment we banish pride, we banish avarice, ambition, we banish envy and anger, these 5 enemies, the moment we banish them, we are definitely accountably known. We are considered, we are assured, there's an assurance that guides us that we're going to be infallibly enjoying perpetual peace and tranquility. Now, there's something I wrote here. This might be a little bit, this might go deep into some people's bone marrows, but please bear with me. I'm going to have to digress, but I will address and buttress. I'm digressing, but I will address and buttress. Pride was recorded to be the father and progenitor of all sins and evil. Pride is the father, the progenitor, the creator, that's the first thing that's happened that was wrong on this planet Earth was pride. It's the father, and it feeds the state of narcissism. That people who are narcissists, they don't care. They don't want to know how people feel. They want to acquire extreme greed. There's someone who say, it's just like I was watching. Today I'm going to call out names. For the first time I'm going to do this. In the like of, I'm sorry to Tinubu's people, Osuji Adora, please, admin, drop my WhatsApp number here for them to send in their subscription screenshot ASAP on YouTube channel, we have ZUMA-LEMA vlogs. Kindly subscribe and indicate so that you come into the chances of those who have winnings tonight. Please, Osuji Adora, admin, take note. We don't want a situation where people subscribe and they don't benefit from that. We're not paying them to subscribe, but we are encouraging them. That's where gratitude comes in. Thank you very much, my people. Pride feeds the state of narcissism. And the self-absorption of unsolved ambition, you absorbing an unsolved ambition and anger, and nurture within us as a sense of entitlement and specialism. Listen, there are people who naturally nurture in themselves what they will expect from people. I was saying something before I said this. Let me get back to what I was saying. I said I will call out names. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to contact my admin. I don't know why he's not responding, because he should drop the whole thing here so that you can see. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry for the breaking transmission. Subscribe. Josiah Manuel. Please take note. Admin, drop my WhatsApp number. Josiah, you have my WhatsApp number. Please add my WhatsApp number here. Please include +44 because I'm in the UK. For those of us who are outside the UK, wherever you're calling in from, my WhatsApp number is on at the moment, but don't ring in yet. I'll tell you when to call in. Please add +44 to my WhatsApp number. And then take the first 0 out and then drop it here. I don't know why my admin is not responding, but please kindly do that for me, Josiah. Thank you very much. So I said something. Tinubu Ahmed, the ex-governor of Lagos State and the chieftain of the winning party so far so good in Nigeria. There was an alleged footage that came out prior to an election, I think sometime in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Please, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. Where they saw bullion vans. Bullion vans are only, they have one specific purpose: to convey monies from banks to banks, or from central banks to mainstream banks. I repeat, the bullion van is having only one purpose: to take monies in and out from banks, mainstream banks, and other whatever. Now, the point is this. If such a man, according to the alleged reports we heard, has been able to possess a bullion van, taking money in or out of his property prior to an election, you can't sit back there and tell me he is satisfied. Like me, I'm sure I cannot use my hands to count money filled up in a bullion van in 1 week. I will get tired, I will get knocked out, and I'll be messed up. Thank you, Josiah Manuel. Thank you, Josiah Manuel. Okay, please take note of what I'm saying. Avarice and pride work hand in hand. There's no way you can acquire all this to yourself alone. My father used to say something. I think one of my siblings on this live show tonight, and he can hear this and attest to this. My father used to say one thing. You can buy 200 pairs of shoes, but you can only wear 1 pair of shoe at a time. You can build 20 rooms in your mansion, but you can sleep in only 1 room at a time. You can have a convoy of vehicles, but you can only drive 1 at a time. Do you get it? Please, for those of you who have subscribed, that's my number. I've seen somebody, Emmy, has sent me a message. Just send me a screenshot that you've subscribed and then your phone number. Possibly drop your phone number here on the platform. If you're comfortable with dropping your phone number, drop it here on the platform. And then admin will do the needful. Thank you very much. Drop your phone numbers. Josiah Manuel, please send in your phone numbers and then we'll do the needful. Now, let's go back to what we're saying. The moment we all understand this fact that if life build 20 rooms, build 50 rooms, you will sleep in 1 room at a time. Even if 200 people die today, you alone will be buried in 1 grave. So from the beginning to the end, starting from your birth, you were born all apart from the twins. So even the twins, except you are a conjoined twin, nature has made it that you are on your own. Someone will say, eat alone and die alone. My brother, definitely when I'm dead today, no other person is going to be dying with me and being buried with me. I have a very wise friend here in UK. He said something one time ago, and I looked at it and I thought it twice. He made a very, very, very sensible word. He said something like this. He said, there is no amount of love you have for your brother. You will ask him to exchange his prison, the yellow or orange clothes he wears as a prisoner. You will take his place. Even twins, we have Taye and Kehinde for the Yorubas. Even your twin brother is in the prison. No matter how much you love them, you can't go in. Thank you, Njite. Please take note of those people who are dropping their numbers. Please, admin. And keep it in record down. So this is how it's going to be done. There's no amount of love you have for your twin brother or any other person that you go to the prison and say, please, let me take your place. I'll be the prisoner. You go and take freedom. It's not possible. Avarice comes with a lot. Avarice comes with a lot, which is greed. Amassing a lot of wealth to yourself. Please, there are people who their own is they feel that self-entitlement and speciality. They are so special. They deserve this. Some people are so proud and arrogant that they tell you, man, I expected more. Especially, for instance, like I said in my first conversation, I said, you don't give what you don't have. And don't expect what you can't give. I want to buttress a point. Robert A. Amens. I've called 4 different scientists now, philosophers. Another one again is Robert A. Amens. Is in his book, Thanks. He titled Thanks. Robert A. Amens, in his book, he titled Thanks. He said, further buttress the dynamics of ingratitude. The dynamics of ingratitude. You are on point, brother. Carry on. Thank you, Njite. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please like, and share. Let people see and know the truth. We can't continue blaming the government alone. You have a role to play. Once we're done with this, call in. I will give 30 minutes for calls, 5 minutes each person for 6 people to call in tonight. Now, let me hurry up. I have only 10 minutes left. Further buttressed on the dynamics. I'll take that again. Robert A. Amens, in a book titled Thanks, further buttressed on dynamics of ingratitude from a psychodynamic point of view. Psychodynamics point of view. There are 4 motives of ingratitude. 4 motives of ingratitude. Number 1, an effort to conceal basic feelings of inferiority or inadequacy. There are people who consciously conceal the basic feelings. That simple thank you can change the situation. That simple I'm grateful can change the situation. But there are some people whose choice, they just wake up. Who is this? Somebody's texting me. Oh, thank you. Okay. Joycey, you've sent me your number. Have you subscribed? Please screenshot that you've subscribed and send to me on WhatsApp. I'm sorry I'm doing this, but we just want our subscribers to be participants. We don't want people who just walk in and walk out. If you're not comfortable with the program, trust me, you can exit. But believe me, you will enjoy this conversation because we're talking about us, Africans. I'm sorry for my English friends, Spanish, Italians, and Esperantos, those who do not get my point. But this can also affect you in your own look. We have other countries that are third world countries. If we go down to Asian countries, we have a couple of countries in Asia that are third world countries, just like Nigeria. So think about it. Lord, the man said he has the right to do whatever he likes with the money. Exactly. That's the pride. Narcissism. That's the pride. I've given you 5 factors. That's narcissism is at the peak of it, where you don't give a damn about what people go about. So let me come with what Robert said. Robert Amen said something. He said, number 1, I have sent the screenshot. Thank you, Nosuji Adora. Admin, do the needful. An effort to conceal basic feelings, how you feel about something, or the inferiority and inadequacy of what you get. Some people, you give them something and they look at it. What the heck is this? Why this? Imagine you were expecting a big speaker and you get something as small as this. And you'd be like, I'm using speaker as a point of contact or reference here. I was expecting a home theater and I get a mini airpod. At least a simple thank you will go a long way, not breaching or breaking the laws and morals of reciprocity. An effort to conceal, to hide your basic feelings of simple gratitude. You're not even doing the person, you're doing yourself. Learn to say thank you and the little you get. You owe me more than this. That means high expectations. What are your expectations as humans? You want more. Why don't you go for more? My question I used to ask is, if you don't have a cup of rice in your house to cook, and you choose to ask your neighbor and he gives you a spoon of rice, why don't you return and say, no, I don't want, than to go back and be murmuring and be backbiting and I expected more? What kind of nonsense is this? Do you see? That's number two. Number one is effort to conceal. Number two is the high expectations, you deserve more. This is what Robert Amens was talking about. He wrote 4 factors that affect humans. In his book, he titled Thanks. Imagine someone who is as sensible that wrote something. They don't care about anyone. Selfish, exactly, and greed. And as order of the day, oh, Mr. Harry Michel, thank you for joining this platform. Thank you, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Please keep dropping our web page and subscription channel and the link for people to go on our YouTube page to like more, for more videos. Bring them on. All right, thank you. Okay, let's continue. We must continue. We have one more, no, 2 more rather. The good deed is perceived as a sign of weakness. Number 1, we talked about an effort to conceal what's right. Number 2 is the higher expectation people get when they make request or beg for something or request for something. Now, number 3 is the good deed is perceived as a sign of weakness in the benefactor. Now, I want to say this, and I'm going to make reference to one president. May he so rest in peace now. Behavior that have been perceived as someone who is just being weak. In the blessed memory of late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, he was termed weak because he didn't play with the cartels, with the usual. It wasn't business as usual. I benefited from Niger Delta Development Commission scholarship to the United Kingdom for studies because of people like late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. After his death, remember, it was in 2010. For those who are from the South regions, from the Niger Delta regions, it was in 2010, before he died, that NDDC, Niger Delta Development Commission, was implemented. Is Musa Yar'Adua from South, my people? No, he's not. He's not even anywhere close. He didn't even marry anybody from South. Which of a true? His deputy then, who happened to be former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who took over for him after his demise, it came to my knowledge that we mustn't be from a particular place to change that place, but leave, like what Magnus said, leave the blueprints for others to follow suit. What shall you be remembered for? Today, I'm singing the praise of Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, because when he was president, for just the shortest serving president then as an executive president after the 1999 elections and democracy rather, since 1999, he was the shortest serving president because of his health challenges. I benefited from his kind gesture, his thoughtfulness, and I'm grateful. I am in the UK today because somebody like Musa, a leader, a great man, fought for Niger Delta Development Commission to be implemented. We saw him as weak because he didn't do it to the region he came from, but he did it to a different region. Do you think he was doing that because? No. If there's a fight in the house, look for the stronger person and hold on to. Either you find a way of settling them, of contending with them. He was a wise man. People are, let's fight them, let's banter them, all other leaders who have been fighting corruptions and the rest from 1960 till date, how successful have they been? I'd rather answer the name weak and touch your life than answer the name strong at the detriment of my future and my successors. My children are going to watch one day. What will they speak about you, your children, my children, our children? What are they going to say? What did you do to change the story of Nigeria? What did you do to impact Nigeria? Africa needs you and I to make a change. Firstly, people do not give the feelings of inferiority. They don't even care about what they do. They conceal the basic reasonings for what they do. They give you something, you are pissed off about what they give you. Secondly, you feel like they owe you. They owe you that. And we expect some of our traditions are the problems we're having today. As time goes on, we're going to talk about religion, we're going to talk about tradition, we're going to talk about culture, we're going to talk about different things. If you don't come and meet me and tell me you are traveling abroad, I cannot give you my blessings. There's still some parents and some family members like that, uncles and aunties. My brother, if you think it's that blessing that you need, sorry, please. Harry, photo has sent. Okay. Please, Harry, drop your numbers on this platform. I will have 5 minutes to compile your numbers. I might have to. Or you know what? Admin, do me a favor. Drop your own number on the platform, please, admin. Then let them send it to you on WhatsApp so that I can be focused. I'm very sorry. Not like Mr. Funny. I want to be focused like Mr. Funny Sabinus. All right, my people, let's continue. Firstly, I said people have this effort to conceal the basic truth about being thankful. Some people think it's their right, while other people see you as a giver being weak. Then lastly, it's a misjudgment and the motives of the benefactor. Thank you, Mr. Paul, which is my amiable lieutenant who is assisting me to run this program. Thank you very much, sir. Please, a round of applause for my great admin. This guy has been fantastic. He's been wonderful. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a misjudgment of the motives of the benefactors. Givers having feelings they are doing better. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ngozi DK. Thank you very much, sir, for joining this platform. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I had to laugh twice. There's a reason. I will explain later. It's a misjudgment of the motive of the benefactor. There are some givers who have that feeling that if they don't give, people are going to suffer. I'm not going to face only the recipients now. People are receiving. I'm also going to give those who are giving. I'm going to attack those who are giving now. He said, for the purpose of gain. Some people say, okay, people choose to give for two reasons. One, for gain, or I wrote something here. Sorry, for misjudgment of a narrative. For instance, how many of us realize that during elections, that's when our beloved presidents, governors, local government chairmen will choose? Okay. How many of you realize? Please like, share, let everybody get to know. Thank you. The YouTube network here is poor. No, what I mean is we are not on YouTube live tonight. We're only on Facebook. But you can go on YouTube and like, subscribe, and then let my admin know. 10 winners tonight are going to be given airtime, and one of our lucky winners is living here with 5,000 Nigerian naira. We're going to start little. Let's not let's not despise a humble beginning. It is sacrosanct to understand this. There are two factors some people give. First, we've attacked people who receive. Now, two things are factual. One, some give just for the gain of it, while others give to avoid being misjudged. There's some people you ask to help out. They'll be thinking how they will split out what they've had among themselves. Some people don't put themselves first. They put others first. That's a true leader. That's a true man or woman, boy or girl. I want to beseech you, all Africans, everyone who can hear the sound of my voice tonight, be mindful of this last factor because of our Nigerian government today. It's only when it reaches political and election time, they remember to give you expired bags of rice. They remember to give you noodles that are your entitlements. That's when they remember to start frying akara with you and be hawking pure water, sachet water. Some of them will be taking petrol, their cars that they've never driven before by themselves. They drive their cars to petrol station and get cameramen to snap them while they fill in their cars with whether diesel, petrol, or whatever they fill in their cars with. If in the last years, our leaders have not come, any leader that cannot come down to the grassroots to meet the people is not worthy to lead the people. There's difference between a leader and a ruler. A ruler is a narcissist. A leader is a grateful man and has such ability. He is contented. We have a few leaders who have lived that life. And I'm sorry to say this. Shehu Shagari, the late Shehu, the first, I think that should be the first executive civilian president or so, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, after the military regime. He's from Sokoto. Let me not say the first. Late Shehu Shagari from Sokoto, the seat of Caliphate. Sokoto is located in the northwest Nigeria, the last state after Zamfara. After Zamfara, you cross Zamfara to get to Sokoto. The fact that those men died with little or nothing, I think he had a immense. Yaradua was a good man. I am in the UK today because of people like Yaradua. Thank you, Osuji Adora Joy. You are a fantastic person for saying this. Yaradua was a great man, but I'm talking about Shehu Shagari. That man didn't immense pleasures of the world, the riches and everything. Till today, I was opportune to visit Sokoto in 2013, and I was doing my NYC service there. And thankfully enough, for those who are Nigerians, that's the National Youth Service Corps, I was able to visit Ginginye, the same place where Usman Dan Fodio, the first Sultan of Sokoto and the jihadists, was where he arrived in 1804. I was able to, because my PPA, the last 6 months of the year, I had my primary assignment at the Joanidu History and Culture Bureau, where we were able to come about museum cultures. I saw Shagari, some of his own antiques. I'm like, this man didn't even acquire nothing. He's Mercedes-Benz regular 200. But today, we have bulletproof, fireproof, bomb-proof, gossip-proof. To an extent, some leaders go as far as banning Twitters and other social media platforms where freedom of speech is not applicable. Is that leadership or narcissism? And that comes with pride. And avarice I spoke about. The mother, the father, the progenitor of all sins and evil. Please, I advise you, before you collect rice, noodles, oil, and sachet tomatoes, check the expiry dates. Sometimes they may change the bags. So somebody will say, let me use pidgin English for our local tongue. Person where get running stomach, no they choose toilets. Like a beggar has no choice. Person where get running stomach, no they choose toilets. So if they give you the rice, some of us don't have a choice. You look left, right, front, back. If you don't collect it, another means of getting another one will not come. How many times have we seen the Western world? I'm going to use categorically Germany. I'm going to use... Okay, I will. Those that live in Germany can attest. Some of our brothers in diaspora that live in UK and US, how many times have they done election and they came and started sharing food? Palliatives. How many times? Is that not pretense? Is that not hypocrisy? Is that not buying the conscience of people? Oh, thank you, Abishang Suleiman Ayuba. Thank you for joining. The moment you sell your conscience on a platter of gold, you have betrayed yourself. You have betrayed your family. You have betrayed your children. Being considerate, kind, compassionate, caring, and selfless in the world, you are being considered weak. That's the fact. The moment you agree to the cause of nature to prevail, they say you are weak. There are governors and presidents. Okay, can I shock you? Please, if I'm lying, go online, check for this I'm about to say. Yaradua will be greatly mixed. Adio, Yaradua. Respect. That man is a great man, was a great man. Now go online and check this. This man, Boris Johnson, is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I have seen footages where he rides a bicycle to a corner shop. We call corner shop kiosk. Nigerians know what kiosk is. We call them corner shops here in the UK. People have seen, I don't live in London. I live in the north. London is down south England. People who are there, I have people like Emeka and Callistus, they can bear witness to what I'm saying. They're online here. He rides bicycle at his own discretion to go and buy. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you will say. But I'm going to make a reference point now so you understand. They go as far as shops No security personnel, no all those hefty people, no licensed guns, no nothing, no security detailed personnel. It's not as if they don't have, they do. Where do you need security when you have CCTV all around? Your biometrics are being taken the moment you come into a country. So once your fingerprint, your hair, whatever that comes from your blood, being a biologist, the moment they pick any DNA threats of you around that hemisphere, around that location, please, I'm sorry, it will correspond with the biometrics you have with the Home Office or the immigration or the whatever, the commons or whatever. You know, understand what I'm trying to say? So, to commit a crime is almost inevitable in Western worlds like this. Can your president, governor, local government, let me not go for local government chairman, visit a primary school without hearing wow, 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 wow? You block the whole ears, kick the whole ground. The only 2 times or 3 times, the only 3 times I've heard siren in this country. 1, by the police when there's a crime taking place. The police when the crime is taking place. The fire brigade service when there's a fire outbreak somewhere or there's a smoke alert. Like for instance, wait, this house now, if I try to unheat my cook, I'm cooking something like we Nigerians, we use red oil very well to fry our soups and plantain and other things. The moment the smoke goes too much, the sensor dictates it. If you don't stop it in time, every house has been telling, it sends a signal. Fire services will be down here. Other sound, what they call it, other smoke detectors gets ignited immediately. Oh, Anyanwu Miracle. Anyanwu Miracle, thank you for joining. This was our last week Friday's winner for the Freaky Friday. Please, let's make welcome Anyanwu Miracle. Thank you, winner for last week. Hopefully, we will have another winner this week, today. Thank you very much for joining, Anyanwu. Thank you for coming. It's better late than never. The moment you realize that pride has taken over, there's problem. First, I said the police. Secondly, I said the fire brigade service. And number 3 is the ambulance. Thank you, Norinyechi Theophilus. Big auntie, thank you for joining. Thank you. Number 3 is ambulance. The ambulance is when they're going to pick someone or to drop someone at the hospital. That's when you hear ambulance. They prefer the country impoverished so they can easily use food. Exactly. Please learn this. So it's very important to take note. The moment you are compelled to beg, the moment you are compelled to seek assistance, you have given yourself that self-inflicted choice of livelihood. The moment you have to depend on someone to survive. Mr. Victor Omogba, thank you very much, sir, for joining all the way from Nigeria. Thank you. These are my great people. Wow, I'm seeing fantastic people this night. Please like and share. Send this around. Let us all know. We are tired of complaining about Nigeria. Let's take the bulls by the horn. The moment they make you go on your knees to beg for livelihood. I saw a campaign where they paid them 1,000 naira to go against End SARS protest in 2020. 1,000 naira is £1.20. 1,000 naira is £1.20. I wish I had some coin now. I've shown you. 1,000 naira, as big as my Borno and the other fellow are on that 1,000 note. To be honest, most of us wouldn't pick £1 on the road if we're walking. Here in the UK, I myself wouldn't. Because, like, seriously, what can I really get with £1? Let me think of what I can get with £1. Probably a glass of Lucozade. How much is a Lucozade now? I think Lucozade, the prices are always there. £1.33. So this is over 1,000. With 1,000 naira, I can't buy this in the UK. If I convert it to pound sterling, I can't even buy a can of drink. But with 1,000 naira, it's something back in Nigeria. So what am I trying to say in a nutshell? The moment you sell your conscience at the detriment of yourself, your children, and your children unborn, then hold yourself accountable for whoever you find yourself to be in the shortest or nearest future. My dad and my mom, 30, 40 years ago, had an opportunity to change the situation today. but circumstances surrounding them were beyond their comprehension. We will not blame them. Now, in our own generation, what shall we do to put an end to the menace? What shall we do to reduce, subsidize, to mitigate, to completely put to a standstill, to stagnate everything? Nigeria is not a country. Yeah, the youth are the basic problem we are facing. Exactly, the youth are the basic problem. And how can we start sorting out? How can we correct the youth from this? We have to start being appreciative of what we have. Most of you have hidden potentials. Some of you, like I intend doing, please, before I don't want to digress, like I intend doing, we will use this platform to start empowering our young youth, at least one Nigerian every month for a start. You come up with your business plan, authentic business plan. I have a very good economist on the platform here. Business plan that can change your immediate circle. We're talking of small scale business. We're not talking of multinational. We're going to start from little. The moment one youth in January is touched, for instance, let's start, we have 12 months in a year. Out of 12 people, out of 100 people, I'm able to touch 12 people's lives in a year. It's better than complaining to 1,200 people, 12,000 people, 12 million people about the situation of Nigeria. So you are the change. I am the change. Where does it start from? It starts from the heart, your mindsets. The moral code for reciprocity means you give and you receive. So don't receive when you can't give. And don't give if you don't have. I'm going to say this. Oh, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comment. I'm going to say this. And we're going to wrap up now. I think I have one more line. Robert Amens described narcissism as a spiritual blindness, the inability to acknowledge what is bestowed on you by others. That sense of entitlement, a gift to be all right. You see a gift. Somebody gave you a gift free willingly. Not be saying they borrow you. Not be saying it won't make you collect them. Sorry, I'm going to speak a little of pidgin English so that I can be able to let it osmosize and diffuse into our system very well. Some of us feel that sense of entitlement. If you not give me, how I go do? It's up to him. Pride, arrogance, avarice, it comes in. Robert Amens described narcissism as a spiritual blindness. Danny Kaka, you're a comedian. You're a comedian. He says, Robert Amens described narcissism as a spiritual blindness. Spiritual blindness doesn't mean this our eyes, oh. It's not our optical nerves. Not at all. The spiritual blindness is your mental belief. You know where this guy, what's his name? Ralph Waldo Emerson said, at a point in time, your spirit is failed. Now another person is talking about spiritual blindness. This has nothing to do with religiousness. Oh. It doesn't matter you're a Muslim, a Christian, you're a atheist, you're a Buddhist, or you're a Sikh. If you are spiritually blind, you are spiritually blind. Means you cannot design, you can't change. Sorry, please. People are asking how do they. If you want to share the screenshot, send the screenshot to admin. Admin, drop your number one more time. Admin, please drop your number and your link one more time so they can send you the screenshot of their subscription. Please, I'm begging of us. I have to say this and I'm going to wrap up here. I'm going to open the line. In 5 minutes, I'm going to open the lines for call. We're going to have 30 minutes to call through. And as many, if we've gotten 10 people, let me know, please. Private DM if you've gotten 10 people so far. Now, Robert Amens described narcissism as a spiritual blindness. Spiritual blindness means we cannot even decode, we can't discern what's right and is good. The moment we have that in our head, that is why you see narcissists, they never know when they're hurting people. Anybody who is in the powers of leadership, in the covers of rulership or leadership, and fail to acknowledge that which is good and has been bestowed on them. You are as good as a narcissist, you are insatiable, you are ungrateful, and you deserve to turn a new. Please, who is the admin? Admin, please help us. Oh, I want 10 people to have their top-up airtimes tonight. 10 people are going to leave here with at least 500 naira recharge card tonight, and one lucky winner definitely is going to be our Freaky Friday winner for today and is leaving here with 5,000. So we're doing a giveaway of just 10,000, just little 10,000 naira. It's not much. We're just doing it just to encourage our people. I know you're spending your time coming online to come and listen to what I've got to say, but the choice is yours if you want to let this administer in our heart. Please, admin, help them. Drop the link, drop the number. Now, I want to say this and I'll end. You have to understand the moment you become a narcissist, that moment you do refuse to acknowledge what is bestowed on you by others. If someone shows you a kind gesture, you are hungry and I gave you food. I'm hungry and you gave me food. This is mutual understanding. But the moment I'm hungry and you gave me food and you are hungry and I can't reciprocate the same gesture, it's bad. And when you don't give me in turn, I claim and say, how dare you not give me? Some people, their job is just to see how much did I get from this? What did I profit from this? And another biggest problem Nigerians are having when it comes to insatiability is that most people today are guilty of the following phrases. The expectation of a special favor or special favors without considering playing a reciprocal responsibility. People are guilty today of many of these following phrases. There's this phrase I wrote down here. I said, the expectation of special favors and considering playing a vital responsibility. You don't reciprocate kindness and you want kindness. I, as an environmental biologist, I know this for a fact. What I put in my environment is like garbage in, garbage out. Abacus, we know about Abacus. When he talked about computer and the invention of computer, he said a computer is any electronic device that can accept data and then bring it out as what? Give it out as what? Information. Whatever you give a computer is what you receive. If you wake up tomorrow morning and go back to ZUMA-LEMA vlogs and play this video, you're going to hear exactly what I've said now. So that's how it works. So if you're not able to sow into someone's life, you're not able to touch someone's life or change someone's mindset or even your environment, then don't expect anything. Don't blame Buhari. Don't blame Osibanjo for killings in Borno. Don't blame any of them. Because you and I sold our conscience 4 years ago. For the first time, they were not nice. And you want to go back and forth. Now it's 2023, it's around the corner, the elections. Let your mandate speak. You should start. This is a platform. You can wake up tomorrow and use your platform. Create a circle of understanding in your immediate environment. How can Nigeria change? Start. We have a lot of ways to change Nigeria, but we're going to start one at a time. We can't discuss all the 360 degrees factors tonight. We're going to take them one after the other. That's why the first meeting we had, what are the general problems we face as Nigerians? Today we're going to deal with insatiability, or we're dealt with insatiability and ingratitude. Ingratitude, like I said, was coined out from the Latin word insatiabilis or sate, which means feel. In is a prefix. Not means nothing. So if you are not filled, you're not satisfied, you are incapable of being appeased, my brother, take a U-turn. If you have anger problems, if you have pride, if you have envy, if you are overambitious and have avarice, then you have to banish these 5 factors. If you are someone who has the feeling of inferiority, inadequacy, or you have to conceal basic things, or you have to expect more, or you see people are being weak for doing right, or you see yourself giving for a purpose of gain, like some people who go and rebag our rice and sell and give to Nigerians for free, those are your entitlements. Here in the UK, the moment your child is born and you're a citizen, you are entitled to free education. That is the basics for life. They don't riot. You don't hear, we no go agree, we no go agree. Buhari or Boris Johnson, we no go agree. Boris Johnson has never attended parliament to safeguard children from abuse. How many children have you seen hawking pure water in USA and UK? How many children have you seen on the streets, chasing on the traffic jam to sell recharge card, to sell belt? I was surprised to see people are even selling cutlasses. So 2 people were fighting and people are selling cutlass on the highway. That is my country. I love my country. I'm not here to spite Nigeria. I'm not here to destroy Nigeria. I am here to empower our young guys. Me and you and I, we together will join formidable forces to agree, to be grateful and contented wherever we find ourselves. I mean, I live here in the UK. I could decide to sleep and not to be bothered about what's going on. But I've got you guys out there. We've got family. I had a background. I had a home before I came here. What do you stand to gain? Benefit. Thank you, Dami Kaka. Thank you, Danny Kaka. What do you stand to benefit? Being ungrateful. Before I close, before I wrap up, I want to ask these questions. How ungrateful have you been for at least waking up every morning to see a new day? How grateful have you been at least for the neighbor, for your family, for the people in the hood? Has your neighbor bought a car and you feel envious? Have you heard that your friend is leaving for another country for better life and you feel like it should have been you? Has someone shown you a little appreciation, a token of love as a gift? Support yourself, and you turn it around and say, I expected more within you. Just like we expect more from the country Nigeria. No, the country. Think of what you do for Nigeria, not what Nigeria will do for you. Nigeria is a name. We are the inhabitants. We dwell. If we don't make our home comfortable, you can't live in it. It's like a married couple. If your wife cooks for you, your wife cooks for you, you don't thank her. You come back from work, she sets the water to bathe, you don't thank her. Your clothes are being done, laundry, you don't thank her. One day she will ask you, are you normal? What will it cost you to say a simple thank you? What will it cost you to really appreciate the little? When we're coming up of age, that gift we never turn down, Christmas gifts. My dad and my mom, they made that a duty. There's some families who never, ever bought Christmas clothes for their children, yet they're still human beings today. Who you are today is as a result of the evolutionary or revolutionary trend that has taken place as a child growing up. If you are brought up in a toxic environment, it's time you cleanse yourself. If you are brought up in an environment that has diminished you as humans, please embrace truth. Nigeria will be good and great again. For many of us who have other discrepancies about Nigeria, that's your own. We have 200 million people. So one person cannot just wake up and want to cause more chaos. If you have 200 million voices that will stand up today and say Nigeria must be great, then that will happen. You speak, you act, and you fulfill. You don't say it, you don't think it, you act. Action speaks louder than voice. I am not happy with the situation of Nigeria. Most of people living in diaspora are scared of coming back home. If you like, I was telling a friend on the phone a couple of days ago, I said, even if heavens is opened to pour out all the goodies into Nigeria, there are still few people who are not still grateful. There are people who are not still contented. It's only in Nigeria that if NEPA, that's Nigeria Electrical Power Authority, now they call it PHL, Power Holding Companies, Nigeria. PHCN, yeah? If they take their lights, that's NEPA take light. Let me use NEPA because I want me I first know NEPA before I left the country. NEPA take lights. In those days, will come out and look. They will ask, sorry, I was about speaking Hausa language. They will ask, because I was brought up in the north. They will ask, do the other neighbors have light? The moment you say yes, you will start getting angry and change the face. You have phase 1, phase 2. If you have phase 3, then you get out. Some people, we had only 2 phases then. So the third phase is always low current. Do you get my point? The moment antagonistic nature come in place, there's problem. I'm going to open the lines. I'm not going to go further because there's a lot. Okay, some narcissistic disposition and personality could be seen in 4-dimensional. We don't want to go over that. There's a lot to talk about. Please, today's topic was to do with core moral values, the factors affecting our societal values and morals. We spoke about insatiability and ingratitude. Now you can see the difference between ingratitude and insatiability. Insatiability is somebody who is not contented, while ingratitude is somebody who does not appreciate, who does not acknowledge. The lines are open. Somebody's about to call in. Do you want to do a live video? Oh, okay. Victor Umogba. I'm going to add you up on the social so you can tell us what you have. Tell us what you have. Please, you can call now. You can call in now. Either you call me on my, please, admin, drop my number now. Call in on my number now. Okay. 20 more minutes. All right. You can cancel after you heard. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, my people. Someone's had you post. Yeah. Vivian, just identify with yourself on the platform that you want. You don't need to. We will have a platform where we're going to put our winners out. We know you're the winner. Just drop a message on the platform confirming that you were the last week Freaky Fridays winner. So please, ZUMA-LEMA people, we have viewers, a lot of viewers watching. Kindly call in now. Call in now if you can. I will be willing to pick your call. Call in either on a live video here or call me via my WhatsApp number. Please kindly drop my number out there, Mr. Admin, and let me know the situation. Sorry, some people are calling. All right, please, I'm going to send a medium David. Please send me your number. Okay, I'm just gonna send it to them. A medium David. Okay, please kindly call in, and let's talk. Let's brainstorm insatiability and ingratitude. A medium. Okay. Someone is calling. Please connect. My people, have you all gone? Hello, are we there? Please kindly identify yourself, please, if you're there. Let's speak now. Let's brainstorm. Let's brainstorm. Somebody sent me a number. Who is this person? You don't have a name. Harry. Okay, Mr. Harry. Okay, I'm seeing some people here. We only have 3 people. So far, so good. Please, let's work as a team. Let's work as a team here. And Medium, thank you for subscribing. Harry, thank you for subscribing. I want all our subscribers to call in now. We're going to start having our giveaways right away. Giveaways that are going to be open while you call in. Please open up, call in. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to send all the numbers to my admin. That's Harry, okay? 30 minutes. You guys don't want to call in, okay? Are you guys shy? Nigeria is not a better place. Where is Victor and the rest of them that were calling earlier? I thought some people were calling here. Okay, Joycey, okay? Thank you for subscribing. I'm seeing some subscribers here now. Wow. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. Please indicate what network you need, please. I am not very conversant. I think my admin lives in Nigeria, so he should know. He should know better. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sending this to us. Wow. Somebody said battery ran out. Please, our humble callers, can you call in and explain to us what you can perform on today's program? Okay, I'm going to call someone in now to join us because we have a few people who can join in. Please join in. Call. Who's available? Somebody's available. Oh, Harry. Okay, do you want to call in and make a contribution, Harry? Okay, I'm going to call you in then. Say you're available. Harry. Are you Harry Potter? A great man. Okay. Oh, number to call. Okay, I'm going to call you. If you need the number to call, I'll call you directly. And you're on live now. So. Insatiability and ingratitude. Oh, Harry, that was me calling you, Mr. Harry. Don't worry, that's my number. That's me calling you, Mr. Harry. Please, I need the number to call. Oh, Danny Kaka. Okay, we can speak with you here directly if you want. Or you want the number to call. Okay, please, Mr. Admin, drop out my number on the platform so that. Oh dear. Okay, let me drop my number myself. It's 44 7 Call me on WhatsApp, okay? Call me on WhatsApp. It's easier for you guys. All right, Danny, I've just dropped my contact, my number you can call. That's it. Admin is here. Yeah, thank you, admin. So call me directly, Mr. My network is bad. Can't pick your call. Oh, sorry, Harry. Okay, that's fine. Danny, you said you wanted the number. Kindly call in. Is there anyone I have that has sent me your number, you've not received anything, let me know. Let me know. Let me know, Esther. My network is bad and I can't call. Mr. Danny, you said you need my number to call. I've sent you my number now. Please like and share, comment, and send this round. Let everyone come in contact with this because the time has come. If you're a true Nigerian, it's free of charge to share. It's free of charge to subscribe. Okay, you send me your number, then let me call you because I can't really see you calling in. And my number is available. Mr. Danny. Wow, people have gone off. Okay, yeah, a few persons are there. Okay, that's fantastic. Please call in. Let's do this. Very much. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I love what's happening here. I love what's happening here. Okay, I'm gonna call Vivian now. Let me start with our first caller of last week. Vivian Anyanwu Vlogs. Let's speak to her. This will be available now because you wanted speaking earlier. Somebody is wanting. Okay, you okay? Approve. But I'll approve. Yeah. Mr. Real Prince, I've approved. Okay.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay. Can everyone hear you, please? Can you hear Mr. Is that Humble?
Yes.
Is that Humble?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah. Mr. Humble, just 1 minute.
I am with you.
Yeah. Okay. If you all can hear you, I just want to confirm that everyone can call in. I want everyone to confirm they can hear you. Yes, we can. Oh, thank you, Mr. Gilbert. All right, go on and speak, sir. We're listening. Thank you for joining the platform.
All right.
This is ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. Yes.
Thank you. You know, I've listened carefully to tonight's topic, and it's something most people are really struggling about. You know, gratitude is
Okay.
some people feel that gratitude is a gift, but I feel it's not a gift. I know it's not a gift because I know of a lot of people who have really been battling with that particular attitude. Now, giving is one thing, and for you to appreciate what you are given, and then you give back in a sort of, even in a little you have, even with the little you have, in appreciating what the person gives you, is an attitude you build. It is something you choose to do. Like I posted before, it's a choice. Now, 99% of people who do not appreciate do not see reason of having anything. They feel they are not okay. I deserve more. You would have given me more. This is what I needed. So for you to give me a little from what I feel you have much, I think you can still do more. That's the thought in their head. And when they have these thoughts, they feel they don't have a reason for them to tell you thank you. They don't have reasons for them to be grateful. And a lot of this has really happened around. I've seen that around. A lot of people cannot say thank you for the little others have done. And it's wrong. It is very wrong. Another thing is greeting. Another thing is greeting. You know, I saw someone, I greeted a particular lady. I've been greeting a lot of people. And someone said, why do you keep greeting people? I said, because it's an attitude. Now, someone sees me do that. I'm not doing that because there's something you're going to give to me. But I'm doing it because I know when I greet you and you say thank you, some of that time, it may turn out to be something big. So I'm grateful because you are alive. And to some people,
Yes.
The other essence, to some people, they feel is not important, but I know definitely that being grateful for even the least thing, like a pen, is important. So tonight me coming up here is to also share to everyone who is listening, everyone who is watching, that gratitude is an attitude. It's an attitude. It's an attitude. So let's build it. Even in the little you are given, even in the little you have, try to show it. Show it. It helps. It goes a long way. It has helped me. It has helped a lot of people that I know about. My grandmother would say that a man who is not grateful for the little do not deserve more. So that's
My
my
grandmom
take
also
tonight.
said something, that if a cup of rice, sorry to cut you, sir, if a cup of rice will not satisfy her, she feels that when she cooks it with everybody, it's going to go around and satisfy them. Because when she sees us smile after eating, she's more contented. That means what satisfies her is not the mere substance, but the feeling.
The smiles.
I said something last time. Yes, there's a particular word I want to choose. The other and the role of moral reciprocation. If you do not give, you can't get. And if you don't have, don't
Never.
So when she shares what she has, she's not giving because she has a lot, but she wants to see the reaction, that contentment. The moment you are happy with that little, this woman doesn't have much. This one she has one of to share with everyone. That is the order of reciprocation. It goes on and on. So go on, sir. I'm listening.
Yeah.
The world can
So
hear you.
I want to quote a particular governor who had once ruled Akwa Ibom State. His name is Godswill Akpabio, His Excellency. Now, I want to quote him. The man said, I don't get angry about people talking about me, but I am happy because every single day I put smiles on the mouth of everyone, mostly on the streets. Now, I don't care. To me, I tell anyone.
When Akpabio was governor, and I also benefited.
Yes. So many people. I don't care. I do not care how do I put it? I don't care how many things you have to do to the country. I don't care what you have written down. I care about the number of people you've put smiles on. A man once said that I am not proud about the money in my bank. I am not proud about the money in my bank. I'm proud about the number of people who will say, thank you, sir, for making me have a lot of money in my account. So I think when you make another person, even in the little you have, the person you've made will make another person, and it will grow. There's no way. Gratitude begets gratitude. A good heart begets a good heart.
Yes, that's true. I agree with you on that.
So, in as much as we have a lot of people who are coming online, and we'll just have people listening, I'm really pointing it out. No matter who you are, let me be truthful. I don't send in all my likes and all my, I don't burn my data, I don't burn my airtime because it's just Zuma. I burn it because for this particular event you come up with, we talking, telling people so many things that a lot of people have forgotten about. In fact, we don't even pay attention to, but for the fact that you do this, you burn your time, your finances, and then sometimes you give to people, and there are people whom you gave airtime to. Sorry to say this, I'm not supposed to, but there are people who you send airtime to. Some people might not even say thank you. So I'm not saying I'm not proud, but I'm trying to say,
Megan, for joining.
You saw me.
Thank you, Megan, for joining. I'm grateful.
You saw me drop. Thank you on your WhatsApp. Thank you on Instagram. Why? Because I learned how to be grateful for the little and even for the much. So I'm able to come back. Yeah, I'm able to come back the next day, hopefully, because I know, this guy is going to say something great today. Yeah. So people we need to learn a lot. There's a lot you said. Just
I'm humble.
Yeah, boss. So, like I said,
Nadi for joining. Thank you. Sorry for cutting you, Mr. Speaker.
No
thank
problem.
you, Mr. Chineze. Thank you, Megan. Thank you all for joining. You are fantastic. I'm grateful. I'm honored. I'm highly favored that you guys will join on the show. People from Nigeria, those from UK, and all walks of life. I'm grateful for joining. You have your way now, sir. Go ahead.
So if we have 1,000 grateful men in Akwa Ibom State, I believe that Akwa Ibom State will be much better than how it is. The problem of our state, I feel, is that we expect.
You are speaking from your own vicinity. Yes.
Yeah, I expect. I feel that so many youth expect a lot. They expect a lot, and now in expecting so much, it will take them to a point that even in a little they receive, they are not grateful because they want more. So I beg our people to come into that system of be grateful for the little so that the bigger one will come. So that's it.
So
that's my take tonight.
In one word, how can humility? Okay, yes, one word, one question for you, sir, before you go. You have been very active, sir. I'm very grateful. Before you go, you might have to answer us in your own understanding.
No problem.
How can insatiability, okay. Okay. Some of you might have to start receiving, some of you have started receiving your airtime. So if you see an alert, kindly indicate as a 10th person recipient, we'll have our last winner with the 5,000 naira that's going to be leaving us today. You'll be leaving this platform. Each and every one of us here that's participated, one or the other, 10 people are going to be our 10 lucky winners for airtime. It's little but nothing, just a sign of appreciation. And one person is going to be leaving the platform with 5,000 naira. I have a question for you, sir. How can satiability and gratitude change the mindset of a Nigerian? In 1 minute, sir, I'll give you 6 seconds. We have 2 callers online. In 1 minute, sir, how can gratitude and not ingratitude? Now, gratitude is the opposite of ingratitude. So how can? Okay, you know what? Let me leave this question to the next caller. Let me leave this question to the next caller. Let me pick this caller now. If you want to stay online, it's fine. If you want to stay online, it's fantastic. Let me add this
I'm always online. I'm always online. Thank you.
Hello? 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 Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry, tell us your name and where you're calling from. And welcome to ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. I'm Raymond, your host for tonight, and we're discussing about ingratitude and insatiability as a major factor affecting societal morals. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello, am I online? Yes, you are live. The whole world can hear you. We can all hear you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Yeah, this is ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. And Raymond is my name. I am your host tonight.
Okay, you're speaking with Daniel. My name is Daniel, but friends call me Kaka, so that's where you got the name Danny Kaka from.
Danny Kaka, welcome to the platform.
Yeah.
Mr. Kaka, welcome.
So, I want to speak on this aspect of the gratitude kind of thing.
Okay.
So, I'm also going to make this proverb. My own parents used to say, you want to give the community your food might get.
I love that. But if the community cook for you, you alone can't finish it. Fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, but what I want to point out is that you guys are saying in the diaspora, a lot of us here don't know what people reason or face or do or go through. But we here, most of us here, I think about 70 or 50% of the people here still want to get to the UK, United States, London, Canada, the rest of our lives. They forget the part that you have left the family here and you are alone there. So most of our thoughts here is that everything's okay with you, you're facing a very big step. But we might not know if this person is in jail.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, Melizoli. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Melizoli. Thank you for joining ZUMA-LEMA and for watching. Well, welcome to this platform. Continue, Mr. Kaka. I prefer calling you Danny Kaka. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So most of us here don't know if our friend over there in the diaspora is in jail. If he's doing okay, if he's not doing okay. All we do is that when they call us, the next thing we are forgotten us, send us money. That is so uncalled for. That's where I want to do.
Okay.
A lot of us here should be even grateful. And once those people in the diaspora send you money and you are here, all you do is ask. I've seen the money, thank you. And you don't care to even forward except when you need something again. It's not.
Repeat that side again. They don't bother to call you except they need something again. Thank you, Mr. Kaka. Thank you for that point.
So it's something so terrible that I believe my own friends over there at the diaspora don't really like it.
That means you agree. Sorry, sir, before you go to the second point, that means you agree with Mr. Humble that says gratitude is an attitude, right? You agree with that point. Fantastic. Continue with your second point.
If you don't have it, you don't have it.
Fantastic.
And it's something you can grow. You can grow in it. Yeah, if you choose to grow it, you can grow it. It's an attitude that you can choose to contact to think within you. That okay, fine, I choose to be grateful, whatever it takes. I don't want to get offended by what you say. All I need to just me and be humble to say thank you.
Yeah.
So it's something one can.
Because humility exalts a nation. These are scriptural. These are things that have been written down by ancient people. People with the holy books of Christianity, like the Bible, the Quran, and the Islam, and other free thinkers knows that humility exalts a nation. For a nation to stand firm, there should be that sign of gratitude. There should be that sign of humility, acceptance, acknowledgement, acquaintance. You know, this is sacrosanct, is inconspicuous. There's no two ways about it. If you are not grateful, then there's nothing that can come your way. Go with your second point. I have a question for you, sir. Probably you answer this question. Please, if you want to call in. Yes, go on. Go on, sir. Sorry for questioning.
I also want to talk to that my brother there. He's from my tribe anyway. I congratulate him.
Mr. Humble.
Thank you. I'm still with you. Thank you.
First caller.
Okay. He's online. He can hear you. He's there. Wow.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Danny.
I want to point out something. In this system here, we have allowed greed come into our politics. In the sense that we don't allow any other person, or we don't allow any other person to see the good of the other person because he or she is not from a political party at which our mentors are coming from. We don't believe that anybody in PDP can do this. And the one in PDP won't believe that any good thing can come out of it. So must it be this person is in my party. You will never allow a good person from APC to succeed your cabinet. This godfatherism kind of thing.
Godfatherism.
Yeah, godfatherism is actually someone see in the light of many Nigerians.
Good.
See Fabio mentioned.
Yes.
Fabio mentioned. If he had the opportunity of bringing in another person from his own side to you've known Immanuel that is also doing good.
Okay.
They will still affect you doing the right thing.
Mm.
So I believe in the system that whoever you feel doing good and can handle it, go for it. And let's feel your impact. Because it's all about impact.
Okay.
Do something and we don't see impact. Everybody because the life of everybody.
Okay.
Because we are doing the life of
Hmm.
okay.
Okay.
And allow this ourselves because all this comes from the thought of human. They are all.
I want to agree with you, sir. Sorry to cut you. I want to buttress on that your point. You said it all comes from us here. Those 5 points I made mention earlier. I spoke about pride. I spoke about avarice, which is the extreme greed for material gain. Then I spoke about pride, which is the mother and the head of all narcissism that causes spiritual blindness. I spoke about anger, which is the hostility towards something. I spoke about envy, which is a sensational arousal towards people's possession. And then I spoke about ambition. That is that motivational factor towards good or evil. Oh, Harry Michel has just received, sorry sir, sorry for cutting you. Harry Michel has just confirmed 500 airtime received. I'm grateful for the show of love. Thank you so much. I'm grateful, Mr. Harry, for being on the show tonight. And we hope you come over for the next show next week, Friday. But over the weeks, I'm going to be dropping a little skits and little videos on our YouTube page. Just find time to spare times and just check on it. But every Fridays, we're going to have Freaky Fridays. And when I call it Freaky Friday, it sounds a bit, what's Freaky Friday? We are going crazy every Friday. What I mean crazy? For the right things. You need to have the hunger, the thirst, and the anticipation for greater height. Thank you, Mr. Arif. If you have gotten yours, please identify by telling us on our platform. And winners will be announced every Thursdays anyway. When we drop on the platform every Thursdays, all winners are going to come. So you know before the next day that yesterday is still fresh. So our status is 24 hours. So Thursday to Friday, we drop all winners on there while you see it live here. So continue before I ask you my question. We have one more caller coming in. Go ahead, sir.
All right.
I don't see my money to check now.
They all
No, I don't want to do my answer.
Okay.
we can control our focus, right?
Okay.
We have good sides, opposite sides of this community.
Okay.
Everything you have mentioned, the five things you have mentioned.
Yes, greed, pride, envy, ambition, and avarice. Yeah, I'm listening. Okay.
So we really need to control our thoughts because they are the origin of all the.
Oh, his voice is getting lower. Okay, can you speak up, sir? I want to ask you one question, Mr. Is that Mr. Kaka? Can I ask you one question? His voice is getting lower. Mr. Open, can you hear him now?
I can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. How has insatiability, the quest for more, affected Nigeria as a state? How has insatiability, let's keep ingratitude, how has insatiability, because if you look at ritualism today, if you go to our religious home, we're going to talk on two religions, so we practice three types of religion in Nigeria or Africa: the Christianity, the Islam, and the traditional. We don't see, it's not like atheism is not a religion, it's just a belief that there's no existence of God. So we're going to keep that one out of our context. How can this insatiability affect our religious environment? Like, for instance, our environment is a religious sector. Our environment, our locations, I'll take that again. How can insatiability change the mindset of the environment? For instance, the religious sector, For instance, the people who are connected to this call should please provide their background. Okay, Mr. Humble, if you are not talking at the moment, I want to remain online. Kindly mute it from your side so that your background noise doesn't affect people who are listening. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay.
You can mute
Okay.
it.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, thank you, sir. No offense. Okay. I will ask again, insatiability as a sector or political sector or social cultural sector as a point of contact. Like instances now, in our religious sector, we have the churches, we have the mosque, and we have the traditional worshippers. You see that ritualists have increased, kidnappers have increased. What causes the killings is insatiability, because this person wants to use another person for ritual, for instance, to gain at the detriment of another person. That is a mass greed for natural materialistic gain at the detriment of humans, families, lives, and well-mannered people in the environment. Now the question is, how has insatiability caused more chaos, more evil than good in our environment? In 2 minutes, sir, so I can pick the next caller.
Okay. Okay, let me just say this.
Okay.
Everything is like the example I'm going to give is like telling a lie. Once you tell a lie, you need another lie to cover it. You also need another lie to cover that lie. You also need another lie to cover that. So you keep telling lies for you to continue. So as for the part of the religious part of it, if you tell your congregation that this person or that person is not doing well, you are throwing a seed not to just one person, but the whole congregation. And if it has anything to do with a lie, you have sown a seed to thousands of people, which are also going to spread it.
Okay.
So if it affects one, it affects every other person in the congregation.
All right.
So if you are a greedy person, you are not just greedy to yourself. You have sown the seed of greed to the whole congregation. That's what I can say in the religious aspect.
So in the religious aspect, every religious leader has a role to play. Every leader, whether in the religious sector, educational, political, or wherever social cultural activities are taken, as a leader, you have a role and a duty of care for your inhabitants, your followers, your subordinates, and etc. Right? Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kaka. I don't know, have you dropped in your phone numbers for the needful? Have you dropped in your phone number? Please do. I know, even if you are a multi-billionaire, please accept our little token of appreciation for coming on air. We don't mind. Please send us your contact if you don't mind. And then subscribe to our YouTube page. It's very important.
I really appreciate your time out. Thank you so much.
You're very much welcome. Okay. Have a good night rest. Let me call my next caller. Yeah. That was Kaka Danny calling all the way from Nigeria, and he's making emphasis about Nigeria having a factor. Okay, I've got another caller in now. This is a great man I know very well. This man is a physicist. I think Smart Udosen. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Uh-oh. Yeah. I'm going to add up a few missed calls. Sorry, we're going to be rounding up very soon. Just one or two more callers, and I think we got the message today. One more thing I'm going to say. If you have any topic, okay. Hello, Mr. Ferdinand. Welcome to ZUMA-LEMA vlogs. Yes, we are on live now, sir. And I don't know if you've been following. Today's topic is about insatiability and ingratitude. If you were following, sir, because I saw your post earlier. Are you okay to talk, sir? Yeah, we are on a live show now, sir. Okay, yeah, we are on a live show now, sir. ZUMA-LEMA vlogs, and I crave your indulgence. We were talking about gratitude and insatiability. Sorry.
I need that to
It's from here.
or that.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to eat?
We're fine. Sorry.
Sure?
Yeah, with the live show.
No, I'll have to check it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry about that. That's a well concerned brother that's trying to find out. Yeah. We have a question for you, sir. We have a program today, and we title the program Insatiability and Ingratitude, the two factors affecting our moral and societal values. We've suffered a lot of backlash in Africa, Nigeria as a whole, and we made mention of few things like lack of contentment, where people are unable to appreciate or acknowledge the gestures being made on them, while the situation is insatiability, where people have to quest for more. Because, for instance, the killings, the ritual killings, the kidnapping, somebody is greedy, the avarice, the amassing of wealth, greed, maximizing an extreme nature they have just to get what they want, the evil pride, which is the mother of all narcissism and which blinds us spiritually. How can you tell us, sir, in a few sentences, explain to us how insatiability has been a bad slave and a bad master to Africa as a whole, and how this can change the mindset? What can you tell us to change our mindset in regards to insatiability? Nigerians are listening to you, and the world at large are listening to you. Please give us a few moments and explain to us how insatiability can really change us negatively, and how we can change our mindset from the word insatiability, inability to be satisfied, and ingratitude, which is inability to appreciate the gestures made on us. Thank you very much. So tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. Can I speak now?
Yes, go ahead, sir. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Okay, my name is from Nigeria, Jalingo to be precise.
Yes, Mr. Ferdinand from Jalingo, that's Taraba State, not central Nigeria. Thank you. Welcome to this platform, sir. Oops, I think that's the network. Go on.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Go on, sir.
Foundation. In terms of government funding, right?
Yes.
I've made people exposed, especially the youth, into things that are not expected to be done. In the sense that the government are not even trying to help it in any way.
Mm-hmm.
You there?
Yes, sir. We're listening. We all can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. I hope you all can hear him. Yes, they can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, the youth do things that are not so nobody's controlling them. And they feel that that is a norm.
Because of foundation, they feel this is a norm. Ingratitude and insatiability is a norm as a result of the foundation upbringing, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Go on.
So, and the government, through the security agents, are not doing their work. By the time they really do their work, I think the problem we are facing now, we have been reduced to some extent.
Yes.
Because if people commit a crime,
yes,
it's not just locking them up in the prison, but they need to counter them, know what led them to that. And because even the security officers are also involved in the crime, so it's like it's a norm, it's a way of life. And that's why we have many crimes going on in Nigeria in particular. Then, in terms of the ingratitude,
yes,
it has to do with disability, in that people don't appreciate where they're coming from.
Yes.
Because of what's happening around them.
Yes.
So people, in fact, like if a child is being brought up and this daughter says, thank you. Okay, just be contented with what you have.
Yes.
If they are being trained in that manner, they will grow up with it. But in our situation, the where we find ourselves, our movement is not even what it means to appreciate what they have.
Yes.
Because it's what they have.
Yes.
So they feel like convert people's things.
Yes.
And just like I said, make them have a way of life.
Yes.
That's my take on that.
Yes. Yes, you have done that diligently. You made a point. I want to call out the points you made. You spoke about foundation, which is a characteristic. The government playing vital role by rehabilitating people even after they've been arrested, about arresting people, but the ability to inculcate and nurture one's right,
Once crime has been committed, it's not condemnation that comes first, but after condemnation, there should be a little expression of how do I put this now? The restructuring. There should be a structure put in place to mitigate them going back to the same criminal act, like improvising jobs, vocational trainings where people could learn. You know, you remember, I'm speaking to you as someone who is in the north. You know, the northerners, the people who do little businesses them days, they sell tubers of yam, they sell honeys, they sell beads, they make different things. They create an atmosphere for a franchise like entrepreneur. Now, when these people are able to know, instead of giving them wheelbarrows, like I saw one, Emedions David said, airtime received. Thank you. Yes, that's our second winner for today. Thank you very much, Emedion David, for being a participant and being a subscriber of this great platform. Please, all winners, keep making us know, let us know, inform us. Now, firstly, you spoke about foundation. Secondly, you talk about mitigation practices to reduce this crime after they have been committed. We are not saying crimes will never be committed, but you have to mitigate them to a minimal measure. As a teacher, sir, as a tutor, and someone who has been around the four corners of a classroom, what is the best measures? What are the best measures to inculcate the habits of satisfaction? How can you create, you know, if something is a habit, it's in the DNA, because you said people grew up to see it as a norm. How can we avert those norms from growing to be monsters? Because avarice is seen as an extreme greed to acquire more. People are insatiable. They are like bottomless pits. They never get contented with what they have. So, sir, how can we make this applicable in all? Is it like a curriculum in school? Or this, if you get what I mean, you have to include that in the curriculum in school? Or how can we inculcate these habits? In 2 minutes, we have another caller on the line, sir.
Okay, to mitigate this, it's so I would just perhaps on business.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, it's so I would just the school curriculum. You know that the school system and the people in charge of affairs, you can imagine what we have in the Minister of Education, who is a journalist.
Yes.
Right? Not even an educationist.
Yes.
Now,
that's displacement of priority. Putting a mechanic to do the job of an architect or a job of a surgeon. Continue. We are listening, sir.
Yes. Yes. And then the students on their own part are trying, but the parents are not really happy just to do their work.
Yes.
And they actually go and maybe end up finding themselves in trouble for a crime that's not supposed to be recognized as a crime.
Yes.
Just for trying to correct the child.
Yes.
And if teachers are allowed, if government can recognize the real work of a teacher, maybe through the guidance and counseling unit.
Guidance and counseling unit. Fantastic. Yes. So the guidance and counseling people have to, sorry to cut you, sir, guidance and counseling have to work hand in hand with the teachers and the parenting to do what they call co-parenting for a child. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Continue.
Another thing is that the religious, Nigeria as a country are known to be religious. So the religious leaders also have a role to play. The kind of exposure they expose the people, their followers.
Yes, our religious leaders. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. You said the religious leaders have a role to play. Yes.
So those people, they have a role to play, and that's all determine the growth in the past. Move that side. Let them to appreciate people on the staff and participate with it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ferdinand. He's a physicist and a tutor in Jalingo, Taraba State. And to be honest, he will tell you more about guidance and counseling. I was expecting that point because in the beginning of our conversation, we were talking about, we made mention before, before we started the mention, we spoke about the case that is going on at Chrisland School that's been going around the social. People were trying to say it's only the mother's fault, it's only the father's fault, it's the students, blah, 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 blah. this point, we don't want to be fault finders. We want to advocate for parents to work hand in hand with their teachers, and they should implement guardian counselors and therapy sessions in the school curriculum, just as we have PHE, physical and health education, that allows people to communicate heart to heart with people. So please, for everyone who is listening, this is Uncle Ferdinand. Thank you very much, Mr. Ferdinand. And I'm very sure, I'm sure you subscribe. So please kindly send in your number, and so we can do the needful. Please have a good night rest. We have one more call on the line. Hope to see you next week, Friday, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Smart is trying to connect. Okay, I'm going to approve. Send the request. Mr. Smart Udosen. I've seen your signal. Mr. Smart Udosen. Thank you so much. I got the recharge. Osuji Adora has received that 500 naira airtime. Congratulations to our winners. They are all saying it's live. We're not here to do Ojukokoro Wayo. We're not here for any Wayo. If we don't have, we don't have. The little we have, we're going to share. Thank you, Osuji Adora Joy, for identifying that you have received your own consolation prize of 500 naira recharge card today. Please do subscribe to our platform, share, like, and leave your comments in the comment sections, and let your friends, family, and well-wishers pertain from this table of wisdom. This is a school of thought. Mr. Usuden, sorry, Mr. Smart Udosen, please, I thought you're calling in. All right, I think we've lost him. Okay, we've lost him. That's fine. Okay, we have another call on the line. We have another call on the line. Sorry, guys, we have 10 more minutes to go. We want to have all the 10 winners before we go. You know, this is the first time I've seen Nigerians not wanting to collect free gifts. So please, my people, this is not palliative. It's from our hearts. Thank you, Mr. Manuel, or rather, yeah, that's Manuel calling. Mr. Manuel, please tell us your name and where you're calling from. I've already called you. And tell us where you're calling from and your contribution.
Yeah, my name is Manuel Bushra.
Yeah.
Calling from Nigeria, Maiduguri precisely.
Maiduguri precisely. Yeah, Borno State. Welcome, sir. Yeah. Welcome. So now you've heard a few callers speak about a few diverse things, and we've spoken about earlier. Secondly, we asked few questions regards to insatiability and ingratitude as major concerns and factors affecting Nigeria and the societal values. What do you have to say about this in a couple of minutes? If you are, sorry before you continue, if you have questions, suggestions, opinions, or even criticism, call in, make your points clear. Thank you very much. I've taken much of your time today. I don't know how to appreciate these people. Like I said, sorry, Mr. Manuel, I made mention of something earlier. A point is coming where this platform, we will start doing what they call poverty alleviation, mini skill labor. We're going to support our guys here who have got potentials, but the availability for funds, monies, and support are not there. If the time comes, we're going to ask you guys to hand in your proposal. We're going to give you the range of financial status we're able to help out and how much we're able to afford to give out as our way of supporting. If those are the hem of affairs are not willing to continue doing what's right, we here, we will do our little quarter of appreciation. And it's going to happen here. I'm glad this is a live video and it's recorded. You will make reference to today, the 22nd of April 2022. So 22/4/22. We are going to set out a timeout. Once a month, one lucky person. I received the last week cash prize. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anyanwu Miracle. Anyanwu Miracle was last week winner for the Freaky Friday. She was a star prize winner of 5,000 naira. Please appreciate her. Thank you very much for being honest. We are going to touch the lives of people. If it means one person a month, you come up with a business plan and strategy, and then we'll scrutinize and look into the nitty-gritty. And one person is going to join us, and we're definitely going to empower one person every month. If it's tailoring, If it's carpentry, if it's joinery, if it's graphics, if it's cosmetology, whatever it is, so far it falls within our figure. Some people may say, oh, I have 100K, many 100K to support, 50K to support. We will do the needful. I'm going to source for the funds. We're going to speak to people who are willing. There are people who are the Nicodemuses, people who are behind the secret angels and disciples willing to support this. The moment you share this around, you see people who may not want to support us by talking, but by the finances. Here in the UK, there are loads of ways to raise funds for people, not for our personal use, but for you and I who want empowerment. We're going to leave the government to continue doing what they are doing. We will develop ourselves. By the time this platform, you all know how Brexit family started, or the Human Rights Commission, people who freelance, they free willingly want to touch the lives of people. Our motto on this platform, every new start or every new moment, is a fresh beginning. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Thank you, Mr. Manuel, all the way from Maiduguri, Nigeria. Give us your presentation and what you have to say. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much for this privilege.
You're welcome, sir. Speak up well so they can hear you.
I really enjoy this program.
Thank you, Mr. Michael Igbodion, for joining. Great program.
So I just want to talk more about gratitude.
Yes,
In
gratitude.
the sense that gratitude is a self act. Yeah, it is an act done unconditionally.
Yeah.
To show to people that they are appreciated. Because a gift that is really given is one way to understand that these acts are alive. For example, if someone is sad and write them a note of appreciation.
Can you speak up a little bit, sir? Hello,
Yes,
Mr. Manuel. If you can speak up, your line is breaking. I think it's either from your earpiece or your AirPod. You can speak directly from your phone so that our viewers at home can listen and hear what you're saying, sir. Sorry, I want them to hear because you're making the right points and you're making references. Please, for those who have received their cash prizes, please let us know. For those who have received their airtimes, let us know. And at the end of today, we have one person living here with a cash prize of 5,000 naira and 10 people living 500 naira, not pounds, sorry, 500 naira recharge airtime and cards. So please make your points, call in before we close today's show. Go ahead, sir. We're listening. Go on, Mr. Manuel. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Mr. Manuel, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I was talking about gratitude.
Gratitude, yeah.
And like I was saying that gratitude is an act. Is an act that done is an unconditional act. To show to people that they are appreciated. Yeah. A gift that is fully given. And one way to understand that these acts are life. For example, if someone is sad and you write them a note of appreciation, you are likely not asking for something in return to this person. Instead, you are reminding them of their value and expressing gratitude for their existence.
Okay.
At this moment, you are not waiting for a return note from this person. And even when you do not expect a return, sometimes they happen.
Okay.
Gratitude and also it can be contagious.
Gratitude is contagious. Mr. Manuel made a point. Gratitude is contagious.
I'm so fortunate that many of us tend not to show gratitude, and that has really downgraded our society and has brought in negativity.
Yes.
That tends to, in other ways, not to be reciprocated.
That means it destroys the law and order of the morals of reciprocation. Yes. The inability to show gratitude corrupts and destroys the order and the moral for reciprocation. We've lost Mr. Manuel there. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Okay, if you connect back, I think you might have to call back in. So tonight we were talking about irritability. Sorry, we're talking about insatiability and Ingratitude. Please call in, make your point, ask questions. 10 lucky winners. Please, Mr. Admin, we need 10 winners for the 500 Naira airtime. It's nothing but little. A sign of gratitude and an expression of gratitude goes a long way. One caller here said, attitude, gratitude is about your attitude. Gratitude is your attitude. Somebody else said, gratitude is contagious. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sixtus Chiagozie Okoye, for joining in. Thank you very much. Thank you, Michael Igbodion, my great Medai, great Ruby Star. Thank you very much. Osuji Adora, thank you. Received yours, Will Prince Humble. You're indeed a humble man. Thank you, Pescola. Thank you, Mr. Kaka. Thank you, Mr. Paul, my great advisor and my great help at this point. I want to appreciate Paul Jen Joseph. He's someone with great mindset, and the only way I can do this is to really say I'm grateful. He's been there through thick and thin. He supported me in this particular platform. He's a great man. We have another caller now. This is Smart Udosen, my favorite caller. I'm sorry, no offense, but I know why I call him my favorite. He's a very strict and disciplined man. A uniformed man at that. Mr. Smart Udosen, welcome to ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs, where every moment is a fresh beginning. What do you have to say? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm calling from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria. My name is Smart Udosen.
Yes, Mr. Smart. What do you have to say about today's program? Just, you know what you do for me, Mr. Smart? Just give me a minute. Continue talking. They can hear you. Just 1 minute. I'll be back. Go ahead. We're listening.
All right. I want to talk about ingratitude. Insatiability. You know, the problem with, I want to say that ingratitude or gratitude itself is a character that everyone possesses, maybe from the family or the foundation. So gratitude usually comes with a person's character, just like you have blood in your veins.
Okay.
Gratitude is a character. That's why I say gratitude is a character. Okay. It's just like giving.
Yes.
Giving is also a character. It's not something that is, it's not something that is practiced. It is an inborn character that every human exhibits.
Yes.
Yeah. So when a man is not satisfied or is not grateful for a particular thing that is done, that person. Hello, can you hear me?
I'm listening, sir. Yes.
Hello. Okay.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
You know,
I
want to talk. Okay, I want. All right. As I was saying, that gratitude is a character. Even God Himself loves gratitude because gratitude is an appreciation.
Yes.
For a little thing, over a little thing, and it's an encouragement for greater things to come, because even the Bible says if you are grateful for a little thing He has done, you will do even more than what you expected. So ingratitude comes, factors that affect ingratitude is number one, pride. Number two, maybe
pride.
That pride comes in a way that maybe the person that is doing you a favor, maybe you are older than the person. Maybe, for example, a 30-year-old person being a blessing to somebody is 40. You understand? The person will say, why should I say this one? Thank you. After all, I am older than him. That's number one. Number two, another factor that
sorry for cutting Mr. Smart.
Gratefulness or gratitude.
Thanks, Danny Kaka. Thank you so much. You've received your airtime. I appreciate you. Continue, Mr. Smart. Sorry for cutting you. Continue, sir.
Okay. Another thing, the factors behind ingratitude is also envy. You understand? You know, when someone is higher than you, maybe in position
Envy.
or finance, you know, yes, envy comes in. So maybe this person just trying to say, okay, let me help this one, maybe because we have known each other for some years or for months, because I've come to this particular level, let me just give a hand of help. And because of envy, the person will not say thank you. You understand? Now, the problem we have today, is satisfaction. When someone is not satisfied with what he or she has, that has to do with parental foundation. Why do I say so? Now, in our days, if your parents can offer you maybe gari and soup, you understand? When you eat, you have to be satisfied with that. Who are you to say to request for biscuit after eating?
Yes.
You cannot request for biscuit after eating gari and soup. Now, in the modern days, now you know, parents are the most. what is
Thank
happening?
you,
What is happening
Erenium.
today is
Thank you,
parents.
Erenium Barros, for joining our platform. Welcome to ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. Thank you for joining Miss Erenium Barros. Continue, sir, Mr. Smart Udosian. Thank you, sir. Continue.
So parents are most parents are the cause of all the wrong morals in their children. Now you can see a little child requesting for an iPhone, an Android phone. Someone is in Sunday school, and you go a long way, or you go extra mile to get that for the child. That means you're telling the child that he or she can get whatever he wants. Do you understand? So when the child grows with that kind of mentality, and at some certain point, he or she cannot afford what he or she wants, you go extra mile, can do any crazy thing in order to get what he or she wants. So parents have a major role to play in the life of their children. Now another
Parents
thing
have a vital role.
Now, if I want to make reference, yes. So for if I want to react to what happened in Chrisland School, now we have a lot of things that surround those kind of acts. Social media influence. You understand? Now, for example, what happened some months ago that a a younger boy kidnapped someone, and when they asked him why do you do that, he said he used because he used to watch ZUMA-LEMA, one of the movies that he kidnapped people. You understand? So those are some of the things.
One of the Nollywood actors that used to spray money.
So I think that all these children, what they need now is a kind of orientation, a guidance, or a kind of counseling, so that you should be able to tell them whatever you watch in movies are just movies. Do you understand? So I learned that some months ago, the federal government have to ban all these rituals, the movie that has to do with rituals, because of the high level of killings in the country and all that. But that is not really the problem. The problem in this country is not even the government, because everybody are involved in the problem of this country. Now you cannot, maybe you used to sell gari, you buy gari at the rate of maybe let me say 80 naira a cup. I'm coming to sell, you can sell at the rate of 100 naira a cup.
Please,
then you make a gain of 20 naira. But when you come, you want to sell. But when you come, you want to sell it at the rate of 150, and you sit back to blame the government. So if you want to change the situation of the country, we should start it from
when you are the own problem. In your own grassroots, you have created inflation, and then you still want to blame the government for the same crime you are perpetuating life.
The government. So you can see the factor behind this thing is greed. People want to get the highest gain in a good that they purchase in a very lower price.
The extreme quest for materialistic gain at the detriment of people. Yes.
Exactly. So those are the things that is affecting this country. So at this point, I want to appreciate
Okay.
You for this wonderful live video with you. I think with this platform,
Wow.
we're going to
Welcome, sir.
gradually, because we cannot just wake up and stop
Gradually.
whatever has happened. Gradually, we are going to get there. We are going to minimize
Wow.
everything that the country is facing today. And another thing is the youth are the major problem of this country. The youth, they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they can take over power. They don't believe they can
At all.
be governors, they can be senators, they can be presidents. What they do, they fight each other just to put an old man in the office. Imagine a fellow youth killing a fellow youth because of 1 naira. Somebody will come, they'll
It's disgusting.
Now the campaign is ongoing. The consultation is ongoing. They'll come, they give you 2,000 naira, they give you rice, they give you all those items, not knowing that if you have to stay in the office for 8 years, those are the things you eat for complete 8 years. They'll never come back to you unless they want to campaign for another office. So our youth, I think the youth should now wake up, because we have slept for a very longer time. The youth should now wake up and decide.
Too long.
Now, you still have time. They should decide now. The youth should decide, should stand up and unite together. This is what we want. I think Nigeria will be a very better place. So I want to appreciate you for this show.
Thank you, Mr. Smart.
And I pray for more wins, more wisdom, more connection. So thank you very much for having me on this show. Thank you so very much.
Amen. You are most welcome, my amiable friend, all the way from Akwa Ibom, Mr. Smart Joseph. Thank you for being a participant and a caller today on this platform. Do have a wonderful night's rest. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So be it. Yeah. So be it. We've done novel. We've spent quite a couple of hours here, and we're trying to wrap up now. If you think you want to make a 1-minute call in, we have our 10 winners tonight. So we have 10 people out here. Admin, thank you very much. Admin has confirmed with me that we have 10 winners for the airtime. And based on my analysis here, yeah, we are going to announce, for the first time, we normally announce our winners after the show. So we will do that again after the show today. Please, I want to appreciate one great man here. Every one of us is great. And we have our criteria, modalities in choosing our winners for the day. A couple of people have gone offline. They sent me the message privately here saying they've received the airtime. People like GT, people like Ferdinand, people like Immanuel, people like, yeah, they've received theirs. So if you've not received yours, kindly text me immediately after the show, like what my admin has said, the 10 people. So definitely they are there. He sent me the screenshot. So please, tonight, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to wrap up in 1 minute. Mr. Real Prince Humble will tag you the winner for today. So kindly send in your bank details privately, not on the social media. Privately, DM me your bank details that you want your star prize to be sent in. Mr. Real Prince Humble, thank you very much for being our winner today. Last week was Anyanwu Vivian. Today is Real Prince Humble. Every Friday, 10 lucky winners will have to cut away with airtimes, and 1 lucky winner. There's need for improvement. Your participation will determine how my commitment to this will really be, because there's going to be, for the flow and consistency, we have to work as a team. Mr. Kaka, thank you. Miss Medium Davis, thank you. Danny Kaka, thank you. Suji Adora, thank you. Real Prince Humble, you are the winner for today. I want to call a winner. Every one of us is a winner. You are the winner for today's show. And we just targeted that you're the star guy for the freaky weekend. So we give you a 5,000 naira to just have something to do with yourself tomorrow. Just anything. With ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs loves you. And we appreciate the fact that you're spending your time, your commitment, your contributions and everything. It means you've been followed up. Next week, another lucky winner. and more consolation prizes for our winners. Please, even as much as you have shared, liked, and thank you so much, Loba. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Please, this show for tonight, you can share. Greedy people don't think. Okay, let me hear what he has to say. Greedy people don't think. Here in the transport sector, you see a distance that you just paid 100 naira for turning to 200, and if you question the rider or driver, all he says it's rush hour, it's raining, etc. The same distance, the 7 8. That means people use the present circumstance to enrich themselves. Thank you, Mr. Danny Kaka. Please add us on Facebook, ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs, Instagram. We have an Instagram handle too, ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs, and here on your YouTube, we have a YouTube page as well, ZUMA-LEMA Vlogs. Subscribe and follow up all our videos and interesting. Please, if you have a suggestion, criticism, mode of improvement, or topics you want us to sway into, kindly send them to me via DM, or if you don't have my contact and you heard this voice later on, kindly drop it on the comment section. I will deal with it. Now, before I go, I want to read this because it's very important. Unfortunately, the person who sent me this message is not online. He just texted me and said he's going to be offline because of network palaver. Will Prince said, Mr. Daniel, I'm a man for the night. Okay, I'm going to read this. Please, every one of us, let's have this. Permit me to read this out. This is from last week. One of our subscribers. He said, "Good evening. My name's Yakubu Garba. I am a Nigerian from Taraba State. I'm here to speak on the challenges of young men in Nigeria, or his own challenges." This was our topic for last week. So if you think you couldn't speak now, you have things you want to send to me, private DM me. Please give me 2 minutes to read this out. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for understanding. First of all, my country, Nigeria, is a beautiful country with lovely people, and a rich country blessed with many natural and human resources. I can say the richest country in the world, but one thing that makes my country a very terrible place is corruption. It has one of the most corrupt leaders in the world. This is where we're talking about challenges we face as Nigerians, or as a Nigerian man. Nigeria is a country full of bad leaders and leaderships. In Nigeria has made the citizens to find it hard to live normal and comfortable lives. Corruption has turned people into slaves in their own country. The gap between the rich and the poor is so much, it's enormous. Insecurity is the order of the day. Everybody sleeps with one eye open. So now, as a young man, these things have affected and have effect on how you want to live your own personal life, how you want to build yourself to become a man, and have a family and raise kids of your own. No one helps each other anymore. I repeat, no one helps each other anymore. Everybody is just self-centered, selfish, greed, and so on. This is even a part of topic today. In this kind of situation, it makes it hard for someone to excel, to be what you ever wanted to be. A lot of issues, but let me stop here. Thank you, Mr. Yakubu Garba, for this piece. I know you're offline. Hopefully, when you come online, you have enough data to watch this. Please, that was a message from a friend and a well-wisher for this platform. He was with us last week when we were talking about factors affecting Nigerians as a Nigerian man. Please, let's join hands together. I want to leave us with this little word of advice and encouragement. Let's join hands together and make Nigeria a better place to be. Let's join hands together and emancipate Nigeria from the mental slavery we found ourselves. Enough of blaming the leaders, enough of causing chaos, enough of putting blames on people who have failed in their days as youth. Do you think people who failed in their days as youth will still be able to do anything tangible as old as they are? It's in your blood, it's in you. Don't forget, on ZUMA-LEMA vlogs, we believe in one thing, and it's sacrosanct. For every new moment, we target as a fresh beginning. Share, like, and subscribe. Let people know that this platform has come to help with other platforms. We have many other platforms out there. Whatever their purposes are is fantastic. But this, we're here to emancipate people. Freedom. I've benefited from the free will and good gesture by coming to study for a full funded scholarship. It's unimaginable. I studied with full funded scholarship. We're talking about $30,000 scholarship granted by Niger Delta Development Commission, Nigeria. For such a thing to happen, we need men like Yaradua. We need men like Akpabio. We need men like Nelson Mandela. We need men like Njaja of Opobo. We need men like Abu Ironsi. We need men like Shehu Shagari. We need men like Obafemi Awolowo. We need men who will stand in the gap. Change the mindset. The choice is yours. Get yourself ready for the 2023 election. Come out in mass and tell the world, Nigerians, to hear and Africa, we are the giants of Africa. We stand in the gap of time so that our children and our children's children wouldn't spit at our graves. What shall you and I be remembered for? This is a time to get the bull by the horn, time to speak out, sit up and speak outright. Nigerians, Africans, all ye people, even in diaspora, arise, O compatriots, and let the labor of our forefathers and our heroes not be in vain. The time of change starts the moment you realize things are not right. It starts in you, it lives in you, until you expel pride, expel anger, until you expel bile and envy, until you expel avarice and a wicked ambition, narcissistic natures, taking people for granted, ingratitude and insatiability as two major factors we consider tonight. Banish them as enemies, and you will be having an invaluable peace and tranquility in your endeavors. Thank you for standing here with me today. My name is Raymond, and I will be your host every moment you come here on ZUMA-LEMA vlogs, where every moment is a fresh beginning. It's time for me to sign out. Kindly share, like, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. One good turn deserves another. For you to keep over the flow of the course of nature for a reciprocated thing, please, let's keep our morals. Let's learn to give and receive with kindness. For those of you who are in support of this platform to go to the next level of touching the lives of people one after the other, every month we want to touch one person's life in whatever fixture, whatever you find yourself, whatever department. Is it tailoring? Is it fashion and design? Is it plumbing? Is it catfishing? Is it agriculture? Honest people. When the time is near, I will ask you to send in your applications, send in your requests, send in everything that you think will be of benefactory factors to you. Please, let's not hide and shy away from the truth. Nigeria cannot be great until we agree. Until you say, this moment is my fresh beginning. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your patience. See you same time next week Friday for another amazing and enticing, exciting and educative section. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're calling from.